at the start of CPL 2025. If someone had told me that after 4 matches, Barbados Royals would have only scored 1 point, that from a rain-out match, then I'll ask the person how much they are betting. Now they have 5 matches on the bounce at the famous Kensington Oval. And although they are only on 1 point, by the end of the Barbados leg of CPL 2025, the Royals may well be in front of everyone else. Captained by Rovman Powell and include players like Quinton de Kock, Roddy Van Dusen, and Brandon King, they are struggling at the bottom of the table. Hello everyone, and welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your company, and I look forward to your interaction as usual as we cover match 21 of CPL 2025. It's the Barbados Royals against the Guyana Amazon Warriors, live from Kensington Oval in Bridgetown, Barbados. The Guyana Amazon Warriors won the toss and asked the Barbados Royals to take first strike. And at the drinks break, after 10 overs, they are 65 for 3. Quinton de Kock was the first to go, caught by Halley after bowling of Pretorius at slip. He made 2 from 4 deliveries. It was a nice, decent catch. One handed above his head, going slightly to his right, had to jump a little. I don't think it was not a screamer. It was more well-timed than really a screamer. So Quinton de Kock made 2. Kadima Lane struggled before he was caught at long on by Shepherd off the bowling of Gudakesh Moti. He made 4 from 11 runs, and that's where the Royals' batting started to slow down. Then, just a short while ago, Brandon King was caught by Sheope as he went on the back foot to pull one from Imran Tayer. It took the top portion of the bat. He made 39 from 27 deliveries. It's 6 fours and 1 6. So at the drinks break, Barbados Royals, in this the first of their 5 home games, a game that many would believe that they have to win. They are 65 for 3 at the drinks break. So action should resume shortly. Sorry, they are 59 for 3 at the... Oh, there's something different I'm looking at on the board. They're showing when Guyana was bowled the Royals out for 59. So Van Dusen to take strike, 65 for 3 as Moti bowls to Van Dusen, and he plays it back down the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. I trust you are hearing me loud and clear as we look forward to another interesting match. Moti bowls to Van Dusen, who gave himself room, cut, misses, goes through to the keeper. 65 for 3 after 10.2. So good start here after the drinks break by Gudakesh Moti. The Guyanese and West Indies spinners round the wicket, bowls to Van Dusen, who's on the front foot and played it down to Edmire on the long off boundary, who moves to his left, collects, sends the return in. 66 for 3 after 10.3. Good night again, everyone, and welcome to the show. And I must remind you to check out our Match Day store link in the video description. You know, check out and support the Cricket Forum channel. You know, even like this shirt that I'm wearing tonight, it's in our Match Day store link in the video description. So if you want to buy one of these shirts that I'm wearing tonight, check it out. We also have our Nike accessories pinned to the top of the store. Moti bowls to Botch, who hit this down towards extra cover. Edmire comes around from the sweep on the cover boundary, picks up 67 for 3 after 10.4. So check out our Match Day store in the video description. Click on the link, and there's a wide variety of stuff there that you can get, including the shirt that I'm wearing tonight. 67 for 3 after 10.4. Bosch is on 6. Van Dusen on 11. So let's watch as Budakesh Mote, the left-arm spinner, orthodox spinner, round the wicket, bowls to Van Dusen, who flat back this down to long off for another single. Hetmeyer again in the game, 68 for 3. The Guyanese spinners are really, really doing well tonight. Really doing well. And it's already started to draw in Barbados because they have to be drawing the ball. So this decision by Guyana Amazon Warriors to bowl first may well means that they would have gained 10 runs from that because the ball is going to be wet. Although these players, they put the ball in water and then bowl it, you know, without even drying it. They take it out of the water and try to bowl it. That's how they practice. He stopped. Van Dusen down the pitch. Gudakesh Mote saw him coming and he's out stumped. Royals continues to struggle in CPL 2025. They are 68 for 4 after 11 overs. And the cream of their batting is back in the pavilion. I wonder why are there so many Guyanese fans in Barbados? Is that a result of the oil? You know, Guyana is now oil up, and so the people of Guyana are oil up. So they would take the short 1 hour flight from Barbados to Guyana. And they probably have a charter. You know, let us charter a Caribbean airline flight, and you know, and so after the match they probably gone back to Guyana. It could be Guyana is now an isle up. I would love somebody from Guyana who not just going to just talk because they have an opinion, but who will tell me the facts. So it would be interesting. I am summarizing that they chartered on a Caribbean airline flight or two, or you know, I don't think there's a ferry between Barbados and Guyana. I think they would charter a Caribbean airline flight or two. And after the match, they just go back home, more than likely. It's interesting. Guyana, as I said, we all know that Guyana is oil up. Here comes Shafin Rutta for the Guyanese. And this is maybe one of this batting lineup is tall enough. So they can still get up to 170 because Rutherford is just coming. And then Rovman Powell to come. So it's going to be very interesting. So check out our match day store. Good evening, Athena. Happy to have you here. Jamor Sumal, same to you. Sheldon Simit, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jamor. Good evening, Sheldon. Really a pleasure having you guys here. The Trinidad leg is finished. And you know what happened against St. Lucia, Sheldon, I guess, will tell us later. Thank you, Athena. And as Athena is saying there, please hit the like button. Yes, click on that thumbs up button and show your support for the Cricket Forum. Just click on that thumbs up button and show your appreciation. Yeah, the spinners are enjoying this pitch. What a thing to say about the surface at Kensington Oval, where they are only playing 2 seamers, it appears to me, Pretorius and Blades. And they make sure that they bowl both of them for the power play. So the spinners are going to bowl right up to the 18th over. Oh, Shepherd, there's a 3rd seamer. Shepherd comes into the attack, and this is pulled down towards deep mid wicket by Van Dusen. Actually, it was Bosch that was out stump and not Van Dusen. So my mistaken. So Van Dusen is still there, and it was Bosch that is out stump. Ailey Matthews there in the booth. Nice to see Ailey Matthews in the booth. It is hard for Josh to get a game when Carty and Darren is there. Remember, Pooran is keeping. Well, I guess he's speaking to someone else, Sheldon. Good evening, Mr. Casanova. Look, happy to have you here, man. I appreciate it. Shepherd bowls to Rutherford, beaten outside the off stump by a full delivery. We back from the election yesterday. Yes, Mr. Casanova, we are back. You know, yesterday, I'm telling you, was a very nervous day. It was a very nervous day because you always want your side to win, and as the result comes in and it was to and fro, you always want your side to win. But it's a nervous day. But you know, in the end, we are behind that now, and wish the Shepherd bowls a Yorker to Shep. Oh, he Yorks him. Shepherd Yorks Rutherford, and Rutherford lean. and miserable spell in CPL for however long one can remember continues. Last year at the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, he could not get the ball off the square. And once again for the Barbados Royals this year, he cannot get the ball off the square. A man who believes that the owner of the team who is paying him does not have any right to talk to him. I can't believe when I heard he said that, I was wondering what's going through this man's mind. The man who's paying you doesn't have any rights to talk to you. He's crazy, man. Low IQ. Yes, thank you very much, Barrett D. Hit the like button, everyone. Good evening to you and welcome. Mr. Casanova said, didn't get to watch TKR losing yesterday, but I'm happy, man. Nonetheless, said Mr. Casanova. Mr. Casanova, you see Sheldon Smith and Athene and Roddy Latu and so on. I don't have to say anything to you about TKR. Really and truly, they will deal with you. I'm glad I'm in a position where, like watching this match, it doesn't matter to me who wins. You know, when it was TK Trinidad Independence Day, I was forthcoming and said, yes, because it's their Independence Day, I would like them to win. But for me, it doesn't matter who win. My preference, I want to see Brandon King do well. I'd probably give him a 6 this evening. It's a T20 match. He scored 27 at a strike rate of 144. I'd probably give him a 5 or a 6. I would hope that he would have gotten a half century. And I want to see Powell do well also, naturally. But for me, it really doesn't matter who win the match. But I know, Mr. Casanova, you'd be a very happy man. There are plenty Guyanese living in Barbados, said Sheldon Smith. Well, Sheldon Smith, there are some times when you are extremely good and you had great value to this show. Let's take this delivery from Shepherd. He bowls to Powell, who plays it to short. Mid-off, the bowler and extra cover comes in, and there's no run. 69 for 5. So there's sometimes when you're brilliant in a Sheldon and had great value. But sometimes, Sheldon, to be honest, you shoot from the hip. So, you know, and while that might be true that there are a lot of Guyanese living in Barbados, I'm not saying that is not true, but it could also be that they chartered a flight and come over. And Barrett G said they chartered Caribbean cruise lines. Oh, there's Caribbean cruise line too. Oh, I think I heard about it. Shepherd bowls to Powell, short, he pulls through to Hope. Did he get a hedge onto it? Wide signal by the umpire. 70 for 5. So, Caribbean cruise lines. But the charter Caribbean cruise, it could be. You know what? They are packed in. They are absolutely packed in. And good evening, Osman. I am great today, boss. I am all right. I'm comfortable. I'm relaxed. And Shepherd comes in, bowls to Powell, who dabbed this down to third man for a single. He's off the mark, 71 for 5 after 12. So that's 71 for 5 after 12. So thank you for asking, Osman. How are you too? I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiments, boss. Have a good one. Patrick Lambert, good evening to you. Too bad for Powell and his boys, which they could get off the ground, said Patrick Lambert. I'm already out there on the record of saying I want Antigua and Barbuda Falcons to go through. And so that's really, I just want them to go through. It's just one of those things. You pick a side and you want them to go through, probably supporting the underdog. By the way, I invited Darren Sammy to come and talk to me, but he has not replied to the email. And I wasn't going to ask him anything about West Indies cricket. I was strictly going to ask him about St. Lucia, to reflect on St. Lucia performance in the CPL thus far, But I guess he's still free to come on this wicket because, well, you remember that when Sammy used to play, as Powell is forward to Gudakesh Moti, 2 for 10 from 3.1 overs, Gudakesh Moti. Remember, Sammy couldn't manage the short ball, is when you're pitched up, he swings through the line because he was big and strong. And so he knows that he'll probably get some sharp bouncers on this pitch. But I wasn't going to bowl him any bouncers because it's CPL. So I was going to bowl him some off volley that he loves. But he has not replied to the email as yet. 71 for 5 after 2.2. But I would love to talk to him tomorrow morning. Down the leg side, Powell looks to sweep. Wide signal. They go through also for a single, which will take the score up to 73 now for 5. 73 for 5. TK was due for a loss, and having already qualified, there was no pressure. Said, all right, cool, Sheldon, cool, all right. Athena said, nice. Yeah, I'm far behind. It was a nice ball, Athena, yes. You see Yorker still effective in all formats. Jamal Smalls, I know it is effective, but these guys, multi balls to Van Dusen, who plays it down to Langer for a single, 74 for 5. They are so afraid to bowl it, Jamal Small, because they're afraid to miss it and it goes to runs. But nowadays, any deliveries can go for runs. Any delivery can go for runs nowadays. And I think the Yorker is one of those deliveries that if you nail it, it doesn't usually go for runs. Doesn't usually. I'm not saying that it has not gone far. It doesn't usually. Full toss by Moti. Bowls to Powell. Powell plays it down to the man coming off the deep mid-wicket boundary for 1. It's 75 for 5. 75 for 5. So, yeah, but it is still. I also believe, there are two things I believe about bowling, you know. And I think those still hold true. The top of half stump length, although you see batsmen hitting those balls away these days, and the Yorker are two deliveries that are still the king of cricket. Multi bowls to Van Dusen, who comes on the back foot and steered it down to the field and the cover boundary for 1 more. They are 76 for 5 after 12.5. Van Dusen is on 15 from 7. And Ravman Powell is on 2 from 6. 76 for 5. Budakesh Moti, 3.5 overs, 2 for 15. So yes, Jamal Samal, I do believe in the Yorker and I do believe in the top of half stump length. And I'm not saying that batsmen have not scored off those deliveries. But those deliveries, you have to be consistently playing great shots to score off those deliveries. And the moment you doesn't get it right, the bowler is going to hit. As Powell is the final delivery of over number 13, down towards the fielder at long on for a single, just a minute, for a single, 77 for 5. So it's 77 for 5. 77 for 5. Barbados Royals asked to take first strike by the Guyana Amazon Warriors. And as I said, you see the shirt that I'm wearing. You can click in the video description. You see the Cricket Forum Match Day store. Today is a match, and this shirt is available in the Cricket Forum Match Day store, along with a lot of other stuffs, including our Nike accessories at the top of the page. But scroll down and you will see the shirt that I am wearing. So I still think that top of half stump length and that Yorker are two very good deliveries still in the game of cricket. Yeah, yes, I mean, Mr. Casanova, how can you say to the man that is paying you that he can't talk to you? I mean, what sort of thinking? Where does he come from? Where does somebody with that sort of thinking, Mr. Casanova, where they come from, So here's another person who's saying that he enjoys the TKR last night, Sheldon. So Sheldon, they're definitely against you. I enjoy TKR last night, said Farm. Good evening, Kingman. What's up, man? Yes, I don't know. Royals not really doing good. Roxanne Gray said, I'm not a fan of CPL. I only watch because of Powell, Allen, Glenn, Thomas, Russell, King. To me, CPL is foolishness, said Roxanne Gray. Thank you very much for your opinion. Roxanne Gray, opinions are always opinions are always welcome. We really appreciate it. So thank you very much. Very, very much for those opinions. But you would have heard, Roxanne Gray, that the government of Jamaica is in strong negotiation to have a CPL team next summer. They are well down the road with the negotiation, and it appears that the Jamaica government is going to own part of the team, because I mean they're talking about a private sector, public sector partnership, what they call a PPP. I'm not saying that's what they said. I'm just saying that I'm not saying that they said it will be a private. It will be a PPP. That's what they are negotiating. Terrier balls to Powell, turn it down to long on, and they will get a single. Deep mid wicket should say 78 for 5. So they are saying it will be a PPP, mean private public partnership, PPP. I don't know if the government is going to own part of the team, or is it that their role will be waiving certain costs, and that will be their interest in the team. That will be their shares. I don't know how it's going to go, but they say they are negotiating a PPP. So let's look forward to see what will happen. Imran Tayer bowls to Van Dusen, and he hit this over extra cover for 6. So I think that's the first boundary in probably about 5 overs. The score moves up to 84 for 5 after 13.3. 84 for 5 after 13.3. That's the score move up to. Oh, this is a big one from Sheldon Smith, you know. What a shot! Oh, Sheldon Smith, big thought that Sheldon Smith. Hear this one from Sheldon Smith fans. It is good that TKR could have made so many people happy with a loss. Although he doesn't have the happy in it, you know, because he probably typed it too fast, but I think that's what he's saying. It is good that TKR could have made so many people happy with a loss. Lol. And this is hit away in the gap, but good work there by Pretorius coming around from deep mid wicket for a single. The score goes up to 85 for 5 after 13.4. I was watching England play South Africa today. Yes, I was also yes. Yeah, Powell hit this high in the air. It's going. It's gone for 6 on top of the roof. This boy's strong. On top of the roof. I think, is that the broadcast roof? Is that the broadcast box? That's a long way, you know. It's gone on the roof. And earlier, King hit one on the roof too, you know. Yes, it's on top of the broadcast box. Those are 2 massive 6, you know, man. The one that was hit by King and this one now by Powell. This one required more strength than the one that King hit. You know, I think King one was a puller. Yeah, was it? Yeah. But this one came right out of the screw. So, yeah. I was watching the England versus South Africa earlier with Jofra Archer playing a few reverse sweeps, comfortable. And I was like, why can't our batsmen do that? And Jofra, a bowler, doing it. I told you why on many occasions, Mr. Casanova. I told you why. You want me to tell you why again? Remember, you know, that Jofra Archer was playing that shot from 2015, 2016. When he used to play for West Indies under 19, he was playing the shots. You don't remember? Yeah, he was playing it. Yeah, so that's why, you know. So it's not something that he learned. It's not something that he practiced for thousands of times. It's something that he has been playing from he's a little boy in the Caribbean. That's why he's so good at it. But you see, our batsmen never used to play it. They never learned it when they were young. So they can't learn it now. You understand, Mr. Casanova? They have to learn it when they were young. If you don't learn it when you're young, you can't learn it now, you know. Yeah. So that's why he used to play back then from 2014, 2015 when he was part of the West Indies under-19 setup. Yes. Good night, Sherma Ellis. St. Lucia all the way. They have the grandpa team number lol. but St. Lucia, no, it's Guyana have a lot of old men. Yeah. So Sheldon, is your team a grandpa team? I know you will respond. Okay. Yes, dear Sheldon, respond. King man, yeah, good evening. You need a win for the Barbados Royals. As Hassan comes into the attack, another left-arm spinner. Powell is stretched out, played to the left of the man at cover, 92 for 5 after 14.1. Hassan Khan, this is his, has only picked up 1 wicket so far in the tournament. Round the wicket, bowls to Powell, and Powell forward, steered it in the gap between short third man and backward point, but it didn't really pierce the gap. It allows the fielder to charge in, picks up, and they stay where they are. He's on 11 from 12. Van Dusen is on 22 from 20. We are over number 4, 14.2. 92 for 5. 92 for 5. Hassan bowls to Powell, and Powell cuts this away. Down to the field and the cover boundary for a singer. The score goes up to 93 for 5 after 14.3. So Gail and Evans, good night. Welcome to the show, man. Happy to have you here. Looking at 150 on your scorecard, very interesting. Yes, Barrett said, yes, TKR need to lose. So Gail and Evans think that they will make 150, while Barrett think that TKR need to lose. Barrett D. Hassan bowls to Van Dusen, edge away. It will run very close to the third man boundary, but Imran Tayer is giving chase. He dives and he scrambled and he pulls it back, and they came back for 2, 95 now for 5 after 14.4. Van Dusen is on 24. Powell is on 12. So he gave chase there, and he pulls back that one. Hassan comes in, bowls to Van Dusen, and he steered it to backward point, and there is no run. Flight Powell 247 departure on the roof, said Jamor Sumal. I love that Jamor Sumal. As usual, he always says some things, you know. Yeah, Jamor Sumal is always saying some nice things. Bowls to Van Dusen, who plays this in the gap down to the sweeper coming off the cover boundary. 96 for 5 at the end of over number 15. You know, usually 96 for 5. I think, you remember at the start of T20 cricket and so on, there was a time when teams looked to get to 100 off the first 15 overs. If there were 100 off 15 overs and have say 2-3 wickets down, they would see that as a position of strength, and they would launch for the last 5 overs and try to get it up to 160, 175 in the early days of CPL, in the early days of T20 cricket. Now, 100 off the first 15 overs is considered slow. So they are well behind the ball game here, very much well behind the ball game. Powell is from Jamaica, that's why he's so strong. Football tomorrow at the stadium, Sheldon and Athena. Would you both be there? Well, Jamaica depart last night on a chartered flight. The JFF president said that he allowed the players to vote before the team departs. So the team departs 6 o'clock yesterday evening for Bermuda. We expect to win that about 3-0 or 4-0, and then Tuesday we will, in our national stadium, we will send the Soca Warriors packing. Probably give them about 6-2, 6-3. You know, no hard feeling, Athena. You know, I commensurate with you, but no issue if Sheldon feel the pain, you know. Sheldon. Okay, Sheldon. Who has the best KFC? Yeah, no problem. I gotta do that. Which country have the best KFC? Yeah, definitely Jamaica. Jamaica have the best KFC, man. But I will still do the poll. Forward, Sir Sheldon. Yes, Sheldon said, which country have the best KFC? Definitely. Good poll, that Sheldon. I love that. I will take that. I'll take that one, Sheldon. Nice. Thank you for it. That doesn't mean that I don't want you to feel, you are going to feel the pain of the 6-2 come Tuesday, Sheldon. But this is a nice poll. Petorius ball short to Powell. He looks to pull. I think it struck him on the helmet. Did it? The score remains at 97 for 5. He looks to pull and he's taking off the helmet, and the physio is going to come out to check it. I hope he's okay. I think it hit him on the side. Good work there by the physio. He's out very, very quickly. So we like that. Which Caribbean country? Which Caribbean country has the best KFC? I'm sure about Jamaica, Anyone who come to Jamaica, who is best to ask? Those children from all over the Caribbean who come to Jamaica. Which country has the best KFC? These students, man, and this is, it's such a wonderful experience for them. Which Caribbean country has the best KFC? KFC. So naturally, Barbados and Guyana is playing tonight, so they have to be included in it. They're checking out Powell. So Barbados, I have Guyana, so they are playing. Jamaica has to be there because I'm a Jamaican and Jamaican really has the best KFC. But I'll run the poll. As Petorius bowls to Powell and Powell looks to cut bottom edge to short fine leg. One more to the total, 98 for 5 after 15.4. Barbados Royals really struggled. And since Sheldon asked the question, let's put Trinidad. Should we say Trinidad and Tobago, Sheldon? So let's put Trinidad and Tobago because that's what they are known worldwide for. So there's it. Petorius to Van Dusen, clipped away off the hip, through backward of square leg. Samson, I think that's on the backward square leg boundary, comes in, sends the return in. He has not yet bowled. Isn't he a bowler? 99 for 5 they are after 15.5. 99 for 5 after 15.5. So there you have it. Which Caribbean country has the best KFC? No doubt about it. Jamaica should be. This is one that Jamaica should win comfortable. I've never eaten KFC in Trinidad yet, but I ate it in Guyana. And I know wide by Petorius. So the 100 is up for the Barbados Royals. 100 for 5 after 15 for 5. Powell is on strike. He's on 13 from 16 deliveries. And Van Dusen is on 27 from 25. So clearly, I would definitely go for, well, not go for Jamaica. I'm sure that Jamaica has the best KFC. Absolutely have the best KFC. No doubt about that. Petorius bowls to Powell, who hit this in the air, down to the field and the cover boundary. Over is a magnificent shot. For a moment, I think it was going straight into his lap, into the bread basket. But it was over his head. And it turns out to be a magnificent shot. That's the difference between a poor shot and a magnificent shot. Or did the fielder made a meal of it? Let's watch. Oh, the advertisement came on. So that was a good one from Sheldon. Look how nice Powell playing spin. A few months ago, people was on his back that he was struggling against spin, said Jamor Small. Well, Jamor Small, as Shayob said, you know, you remember that interview that Shayob said that some persons really need to watch the cricket a little more? Because really and truly, you know, Rovman Powell have been playing spin well, I think, for the past 3 years, since 2022. I think about from 2022. You remember when he made that century against England with Adil Rashid and co? Yes, in a T20 match, he has been playing spin, and the numbers speak for themselves, especially leg spin. I think that while the numbers is not in my head right now, because I did a research, and I did some research back about a year ago. And at the time, Powell was the West Indies batsman with the highest strike rate against leg spin. And that was about a year ago. Pitched up, blades hit down the ground, into the stand, straight into the side screen for 6. So blades pitched up, and Van Dusen hit it dead straight over his head, 112 now for 5 at the start of over number 17. Can they get up to 150, as Galen Evans said? A lot. Here's another person who said they enjoyed the win last night, Sheldon and Athena. What's wrong? What does so many persons have against the TKR? I can't understand. Oh no, Athena, most likely it will be steered away by Van Dusen down towards the third man boundary. Swanson, I think it's Swanson or something name, comes around field, and they come back for 2, 114 for 5. Really, Roberts? Yeah, Jamaica straight. And I know Jamaica KFC tastes better than Guyana, because I had KFC in Guyana. You know, I know it tastes better than that. You know, I think no disrespect to those persons who are in the USA, but USA really has the worst KFC ever. Huh? It's the absolute worst KFC. Well, you don't want to eat KFC in the USA. Not at all. Not at all. Jade's blades should say bowls to Van Dusen, full toss, which the batsman swings at and misses, 114 for 5 after 18.3. So 114 for 5. Welcome, Brian Banton. Jamaica has the best KFC, Sheldon. You know why, Sheldon? They put all the love of Jamaica in it, said Mr. Casanova 1. Powell was dropped from West Indies as he could not play spin. He went to the subcontinent and learned. Simmons and Pollard brought him back, said Sheldon. Well, that's good. That's good. That's very good, Sheldon. 2 things is good about that. He evolved his game. And so blades, bolts of Van Dusen off the back foot, cuts it away down towards the fielder coming off the cover boundary. And they sends the return in. 1 more to the total, 115 for 5. So it's good that he has the tenacity, the mental resilience to work on his weakness and improve. And it's good that Simmons and Pollard saw what has done and brought him back. So it's a Caribbean thing, and that was absolutely brilliant by Powell. You know, many persons with weaker IQ, weaker mental resilience. So 100% credit to Powell there, Sheldon. That was brilliant. We hope more players would be the same, but we saw some players like Darren Bravo, you know, after being dropped from the West Indies team, he decided to say that he's going to take a break from cricket instead of showing the mental resilience that Powell showed and fight for his game. And he decided to take a break from cricket so that he's weak. So I think Darren Bravo could learn a lot from Powell, who swung that one in the crowd at deep mid-wicket for 6 more. Yes, so that's something I think you should really point out to Darren Bravo, Sheldon, that, you know, Powell, after being dropped, went to the subcontinent, work on his game and learned to play spin. You know, so Darren Bravo, when he was dropped, when he was not picked to go to South Africa because of his low mental resilience, he said that, you know, I'm going to give cricket a break. So yeah, that's something Darren Bravo could learn. 121 for 5 after 16.5. So the 50 partnership is out of up after 35 deliveries. Wide outside the half stump, that was very close to a no ball, but I think it pitched on the cut service. 122 for 5 after 18.5. Wishful thinking, Mr. Brown. When both teams clash, I hope you'll be on. What was that? Which one was that, Sherman Ellis? What was it? What was it wishful thinking about, Sherman Ellis? I would love to know. Marcus Johnson, you said Guyana. Well, vote. Yeah, vote. Sheldon said, sorry, it's TNT. Blades bowls to Powell, who lost his shape as he swung across that one, and it goes through to the keeper. He totally lost his shape there. You remember that shot that he played over cover for 6? Instead of trying to swing that ball over deep mid-wicket for 6, hit the damn ball over cover for 6 more. End of the over, though. The score is not on the screen. I'll tell you the score as soon as it comes back on the screen. No, Sheldon. Sheldon, I've never tasted KFC in Trinidad yet, but it can't be compared with. There's nothing in the world that no KFC in the world can compare with Jamaica KFC. So Marcus Johnson, we'll do that another time. Eh? Yeah, that's a good one. We'll do that another time, Marcus Johnson. Let me make a note of it, Marcus Johnson. I am making a note of it. Which country has the best Chinese food? I'm making a note of it. Definitely making a note of it. Which country? So we'll do it another time. Has the best Chinese food. Definitely. So I'll make a note of it there. I'll definitely do that. Yes, you are right. Jamaican has to be there because they always have the best jerk chicken, said Barrett D. Well, yeah. Well, you really don't want to eat jerk chicken anywhere else in the world except Jamaica. Tire bowls are wide to Van Dusen, 123 for 5. So Tire in his final over. Yeah. Galen Evans said Guyana. Tire bowls to Van Dusen, work this away to the right of the man at long on. That's Shimran Etmire, who comes in, and I think he limited it to 1. Yes, he did. 124 for 5 after 17. They will get beyond 115, or they should be. They should. I think they will. No, Willie Bethel, but if they Willie Bethel think that we should stop talk about KFC and talk about cricket. But Willie Bethel, remember that this is a community, So if they, and this is something we do at Watch Along. In Watch Along, we interact and we talk about things. The other night we were talking about who would win, 50 men, unarmed men, or a gorilla. One time we were talking about who is the most beautiful girls in the Caribbean. Imran Taye pitched up to Powell, and he hit this high in the air, over the top, gone for 6. 6 more to the total, 130 for 5. 17.2 overs. Powell moves up to 31 from 20 deliveries. So it's what the community is doing, Willie. But Willie, but what you could do is now initiate a cricket conversation. And once you initiate the cricket conversation, we'll go there too. So we are not limited to one thing. It's a community. We talk about things like these, community react to them. So Willie Bettel, I hope you understand. But if you initiate something about cricket that you need us to talk about, we'll talk about 130. Down the pitch comes Powell. He clips this down to deep mid-wicket. They're gone for 1. They stay on 1 as it went straight to Pretorius. 131 for 5. Van Dusen comes into strike. If I am like missing a delivery, Willie Bethel, and not updating the score often, then I can understand that, because I've been criticized in the past for that, and I accept that. But if the community is interacting, we have to appreciate that. Off the back foot, Van Dusen picks the googly and pulls it down to deep mid-wicket. The two fielders converge. Hetmeyer relays it to Pretorius, allow the batsman to come back for two. Powell collects the return and gives it to Imran Tayer. I would have appealed. 39 now is Van Dusen. Powell is 32. He should have been out. They should have appealed. 133 for 5 after 17.4. Tayer bowls to Van Dusen, who just comes forward and play the leg break down to long off for a single. 134 for 5. One to go in over number 18. So, Mr. Casanova is saying, Sheldon, nobody talks about Trini KFC. You know, to be truthful, you know, Mr. Casanova, it's the first time I know that KFC was in Trinidad, and I never knew, you know. I never knew. So I agree with you, Mr. Casanova. Farm said that Amazon Warriors old men are tired. It could be true, yeah. Which team is older? Guyana Amazon Warriors or the Trinbago Knight Riders? We could do that poll for the second half of the tournament, eh? Yes, of the match. Full toss to Powell, who probably was just too careful there, and he plays it down to deep mid-wicket for 2. Yeah, well done. They come back for 2. End of his spell. 4 overs, 1 for 40. Powell is on 34 as the score comes off the screen. So it's true, Sheldon. I never knew that they were KFC in Trinidad. Not Sheldon, Mr. Casanova. And yeah, that's a poll that we could do. Which team is older? We could do the research and be factual about it, but just which team has the highest average age player? Which team is older? Everybody understand that. Jamor Small is saying, if you want to know which KFC tastes better, send me a sample from your island. Jamor Small, you're the best, man. You are the best, Jamor Small. You are the absolute best, Jamor Small. You are the best. And remember, if you want to get one of these shirts that I'm wearing tonight, the link is in the video description. Just click on our Matchday store. You will see the link there. Scroll down, you will see it. We have some Nike accessories pin at the top of the store, but just scroll down in the store and you'll see the shirts. There are a lot of cricket-related things in the store. So check it out. The Cricket Forum Matchday store in the video description. Just click just below the video where you see more. Just click more and you will see the link. Click on the blue link and it will take you to our Matchday store. Shepherd bowls to Van Dusen, swings, misses, goes through to the keeper, 136 for 5. He remains on 40 from 32. That's a good one, Jamor Small. Jano, that must be the comment of the night, Jamor Small. Yeah? That must be the comment of the night. Jamaica is jerk chicken and pork, king of the Caribbean. Indeed, Galen Evans. For sure, said Farm. I agree with you, Farm. Athena said Powell just can't peek the googly. Shepherd bowls to Van Dusen, who muscles it down the half side of the pitch. Shepherd dives across, picked up 136 for 5. 2 dot balls from Shepherd. Indeed. They who said so, Ronaldo Salters, said that KFC, the St. Kitts have the best KFC. They who said so. They who said so, Ronaldo. Renelda. Oh, it's a female. Sorry, miss. Shepherd bowls to Valdus and pulls this down to Cow Corner, 1 bunks 4. 140 for 5 now. So that was short. He moves up to 44 from 35 deliveries and he pulled it down to Cow Corner for 1 bunks 4. 140 for 5. Oh, about the football? No, man. I'm so far behind me. We're clean up Trinidad, man. We're clean up Trinidad comfortable. 6-2 them again. 6-2. Trinidad not getting less than 6-2. I'm telling you. You know? How much Puran made last night? Hope it was a Ducks. No, it was a Ducks. How many he made? It was a Ducks, but I don't remember right now, Mr. Casanova. At SOS Music Label said people silent last night. SOS Music Label, but aren't you from Trinidad? Shepherd wide outside the half stump. Van Dusen mistimed the cut shot to backward point, which allows them to get a single as the ball didn't travel all that fast. 141 for 5. Powell on 34 comes into strike. Van Dusen is on 45. It's 149 for 5. Yeah, there was a lot of silence last night, eh? Patrick Lambert said, I'm not a lover of KFC, but I know that it has gotten most of the housewives extra lazy by not preparing nutritious dishes for the family. Should have leave that alone, eh? It was definitely a wide. And that's good enough, Patrick Lambert. That's a good comment. You know, some good comments coming in tonight. 141 for 5. Shepherd bowls to Powell with this high in the air. Chance, though. It's a chance. It's coming down. Let's see. Oh, Ali took the catch. Oh, he dropped it. Moeen Ali dropped the catch on the deep mid-wicket ball. Was it deep mid-wicket boundary? I think it's deep mid-wicket. It could be backward square leg. But what we saw that he dropped the catch. We need a wider angle to tell you. Let's watch the shot, see if I can make it out. It's backward square leg. That looked to go on to backward square leg. He comes out. Oh, he didn't even get a hand onto it. Was that a drop catch? Do you call that a drop catch? He didn't get a hand onto it. 143 for 5. The service in Jamaica is just slow. That is why they are always packed. No, Sheldon, that's not true. That's not true. Oh, you remember the KFC 50th anniversary thing? Oh, I heard so many comments about it. Oh, that's a nice one. Over the wicket comes Shepherd, bowls to Powell and hit it hard. Down to long on. Etmeyer comes in, cuts it off. 144 for 5 after 19. Good over that from Shepherd. Just 8 from it. And that was the penultimate over. Who have over left? Pretorius or is it Blades? So this is a very good comment from Sheldon. From Athena. Here's Athena now. You have to understand what is happening here now. Sheldon Smith and Sherma Ellis, we know what time is it. And Athena is saying that because he's playing up on the Jamaica Labour Party slogan. One of the Jamaica Labour, is it a slogan? I don't know. When, you know, they ask what time is it? And they say 1 p.m., meaning one Prime Minister. And you saw the Prime Minister of Jamaica with that 1 p.m. on the back of his jacket. You know, he has this green jacket and he has 1 p.m. on it. So Sheldon is playing upon that. And, he's playing upon that. Blades round the wicket, balls to Powell and hit it for 6. Right out of the screw, and there's trouble for the persons who are playing the music. 150 for 5. He moves up to 43 from 25, right out of the screw. You know, so just like how the Labour Party supporters will respond to what time is it for the Prime Minister of Jamaica, it's the same thing that Athena is doing here. He's saying, what time is it? It's TKR. So yeah, it's surprising how things just get catchy, you know. You know, that was Licks last night said, hello, SOS Music Labor. Yeah. That's a good point, Mr. Casanova. Read the KFC. So yeah, our population is more than twice that of Trinidad. So more persons will be buying KFC. To me, Caribbean as the best, Sherma Ellis said, to me, Caribbean as the best of everything. Women, handsome men, food, drinks, beaches. We are in the best part of the world. It's a non-issue for me. Agree with you, Sherma Ellis. Absolutely agree with you on that one. Blades to Powell, Yorker, driven down the ground for a singer. It's 151 for 5 after 19.2. Good comeback, young man. TV and cricket power play. Big up yourself, my brethren over there in Florida. And I know that this is a match that you and your dear wife are watching closely. Big up to your wife, man. I have enough love to her, enough love to you both. Appreciate you both. And I know that she's a Guyanese, and you know the passion of Guyanese when it comes to cricket. And they really need to win this match. 151 for 5 as Blades comes in. Over the wicket to Van Dusen, short, back of a length, pull in the air. This time the catch is taken by Samson, I think, and so he's gone. and Edmire held up his hand like he's saying to Blade, I told you, back of a length into the pitch, throw a bumper. That's what happened. Van Dusen gone, 45 from 37, 151 for 6. And they are showing their appreciation to Edmire for the strategy. Back of a length, hard into the pitch, throw a bouncer. Van Dusen have no pace to work with, and he picked out the man on the backward square leg boundary. It bubbles a lot because he had hard hands. He never give. And so it almost bubbled out. Poor techniques there, but at the end of the day, he took the catch, and that's what always mattered. At Samson, he gone for 45 from 37 deliveries, 151 for 6. Yes, my friend, bless up TV and cricket power play. Who was in Tampa over the weekend streaming the Tampa Labor Day Cricket Festival. I think it's in honor of a gentleman. I think his name was Finley. Don't remember his first name now. And so my good friend there, Elton drove his TV and mobile down to Tampa and streamed the match. Well done. The images were bright and clear. There are some technical issues as always happen in these things, you know. But then in the end, it was a good thing. So big up my friend there, Elton. You know, Elton Tucker. Remind you that I will be streaming. Full toss by Blades, it for 6 over deep backward square leg. So Green just hitting that ball for 6, 157 for 6 after 19.4. First delivery to Green, and he hit it away for 6, 157 for 6. So I think that's Chris Green. Every time TKR lose and poor and gets a low score, I feel happy inside, said Mr. Casanova. You know, Mr. Casanova, it reminds me of the days when the English Premier League was between Arsenal and Manchester United. Every year, you could have those two teams used to fight it out. And when Manchester United win a match, you know, you can understand how happy I was. But when Arsenal lose, I realized that I felt more. I was happier when Arsenal lose than when Manchester United win. So I understand how you feel, but why? Your hard pan TKR bad, Mr. Casanova. You can't be hard pan one team so much, Mr. Casanova. Butcherman Celestian is saying that Grenada has the best KFC. Okay, cool. So I guess every person is saying that their country has the best KFC. Probably is a good person to ask. Maybe we should ask the cricketers. Blades over the wicket to Chris Green, wide down the leg side, 158 for 6. They go through for a single. The keeper misses the stump. The bowler misses the stump. It's 159 now. 150. It should be 159. Yeah, 159 for 6. Powell will face the last two deliveries. Both Shea Hope misses the stump, Ian Blades. So Shea Hope misses the stump at the striker end, and then Blades miss the stump at the bowler's end. What I realized, people stopped calling the King coach name, said SOS Music Labor. Music Labor, you see, Blades, bowls to Powell, short, he pulls, misses, goes through to the keeper. No one has anything personal against Darren Sammy, you know. So, if West Indies is not playing, most people are going to forget Darren Sammy. Well, they will remember when St. Lucia Kings is playing. But don't think that people have Darren Sammy on their mind, you know. If West Indies is not playing, most of the times we don't remember Darren Sammy. You might have a cricket argument and his name come up, but you think people go around in their daily life remembering Darren Sammy? Nobody have anything personal against him, man. Over the wicket, Blades, ball to Powell. He hit this for 6. Oh, yes, into the crowd. 165 for 6. And Powell is saying that is a second bumper to me in the over. That's right. It's a no ball. It should be a no ball. It's a second bumper. Yes, it's a second bumper. Yes, Brathwaite. Tell me. Yes, it's a second bumper in the over. That's right. These umpires, they're crazy. They don't know the rule. 50 for Powell. What kind of game are these umpiring? The ball was clearly above the man's shoulder. Oh my Lord. That's the third short ball in the over. It's a no ball. These umpires, they are incompetent. Look at Brathwaite. Brathwaite is a ruthless, incompetent umpire. You know, absolutely. You know the only reason why Brathwaite is umpiring, it seems like he's always there. I think it was late 1990s, or was it at the early 90s? I think it was late 1990s. The umpires across the West Indies strike. They ran strike during the regional tournament. I don't remember if it named the Red Stripe tournament at that time, regional 4-day tournament. And they ran strike. And Brathwaite was one of those young umpires who just graduated and so on, who did not strike. And so the matches could go on because he was one of the umpires who was in it, who would never strike. And it just seems like from ever since, Cricket West Indies just wanted to reward him. You know, but he's absolutely incompetent. That ball is clearly a no ball. You know, so Chris Taylor and Brathwaite just got that one wrong, totally wrong from Chris Taylor and Brathwaite. Absolutely, totally wrong. This is Blade's last game of CPL 2025, said Marlon Shepherd. Well played by Powell, said Farm. Yes, nice half century, batted well. Just need Guyana to lose tonight also, said Michael Douglas. Boy, I think Michael Douglas, what did they say, Michael Douglas? The only reason why you watch CPL is to see Guyana and TK lose. Boys, you guys are serious. Amazon play without a plan. This is shown in its selection, said Farm. As we talk about Amazon, so check out our match day store in the video description. There are lots of items in it, and including this shirt that I'm wearing, similar shirt like this, so you can get, if you like this shirt that I'm wearing, you know, if you like this shirt that I'm wearing, you can, it's in the match day store. So in the link in the video description, just click on more. After you click on more, you see the blue link come up, click on it. There's a lot of cricket gears in it, some Nike accessories pin at the top, but also shirts like these that I wear are also there. So check them out. I'll go for a break now for a short while, get some refreshment, get something to eat, and I'll be back here for the start of the Guyana Amazon Warriors innings as Barbados Pride look to come off. Well, they won't come off the bottom of the table. They will still be on 3. Barbados Royals, they will still be on 3 points even if they win this match tonight. So let's show. Okay. So Guyana Amazon Warriors, thank you for being here and welcome back. I appreciate it. As Guyana Amazon Warriors are about to start their chase of Barbados Royals first innings total. It appears that Roman Simmons is going to start the attack, and Shea Hope and Ben McDermott are the two openers for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. And I did have something to eat during the break, but this will be a very interesting match because Guyana Amazon Warriors, this is the final match before they go home. They would have played 2, 1, 2. They would have played 4, 1, 2, and lost 2 and are on 4 points. They don't want to go home to play 5 matches and in a position where they have to win all of those matches in order to qualify, because that would put so much pressure on them now, because they would have to be playing those matches in a short space of time, and it happens to them in 2022, where they just simply run out of steam the first time they were awarded the final. So here is 21. Simmons beat McDermott on the offside, goes through for a sorry. It beat him on the offside and it goes through and there is no run. So 165 made by the Barbados Royals, 165. That one was so guy, according to the persons in the poll, which you know you have to always accept result, but you accept results because it's a democracy, but you don't agree with the result. As McDermott comes on the front foot and strokes that one into the offside from Simmons. So one without loss, Guyana up and running, looking to get 166 to win this match. So you accept the result, but you don't agree with the result because you know that you simply know that Jamaica has the best KFC. So, but nonetheless, you have to accept what the result said. So, welcome back to everyone. I see Jamor Small, Sherma Ellis. There was a poll that I was said that I was going to do for the second half, which I think it was a nice one. Not the one about that I wrote down from. There's one that I wrote down, but that was for another match. But there's one that I wrote down. I never wrote it down. Oh, that's what happens when you don't write down, you know. The one about the Chinese food, I'll do it for another match. I don't want to do 2 food poll one day. But there was another poll. You know, I should have written it down, you know. CPL, the old man game. Don't afraid to say it. I know you are thinking it, lol, said Jamo Sumal. Blades needs someone to mentor him, show him the ropes. The youngster learning the hard way right now. Simmons bowls to McDermott, who play this away down towards the field and the cover boundary. And they will get 2 as he has to move from backward point into the region of a cover. And they come back for 2. 4 without loss after 4 deliveries. McDermott on 3 and Shea Hope is on 1. Oh, well, Sherwin the Great is here. Good afternoon, Sherwin. Good evening, good night. 4 without loss. What do you think of August playing in the test team? I love him, Alec. Played away to the man at cover and there's no run. I love him. Alex Atanes and Joel Andrew in for at least the next 2 years, said Sherwin. Thank you for sharing your views, Sherwin. I wish them well. And I really hope that they become outstanding cricketers for the West Indies. They have done nothing at this stage for me to believe that I would pick them. Simmons bowls to Ben McDermott, who hit this high in the air, uses his feet down the ground and hit it high in the air for 6. They just came down the ground and hit it high in the air for 6. 10 without loss after 1 over. So as I said, Sherwin, I wish those guys well. I hope they turn out to be outstanding cricketers for the West Indies. Right now, for me, in my opinion, well, in my judgment, they have not done anything to convince me that they should be included in the West Indies test team. Fleming is saying that he thinks that Barbados is 20 runs short. So it's Bosch that is going to pick up the attack from the... He's going to open the bowling along with Simmons as McDermott just used his feet, came down the pitch, and it is high on top of the... that looks to be the hospitality box, or is it the commentary box? I didn't see enough of it. As usual, they don't really show it so that I can see it. So here's Bosch. Over the wicket, bowls to Shea Hope, who plays a forcing shot off the back foot down to the fielder on the backward point boundary, 11 without loss after 1.1. There were 2 guys on a Travis series that were comparing Jamaican and Trinidad KFC. And I think they couldn't decide, so they gave the same points, said Kingman. Thank you. That's That's a fair. Okay, good. That's good information. That's good information. Bash to McDermott has slipped in place and he hit it straight to the man at cover and he's out. Oh, poor shot. Back off a length. The South African got the breakthrough. The Australian goes. And Ben McDermott's struggles in this tournament continues. He played a good knock in the first match, but since then, he has not delivered for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. And that is probably one of the reasons why they are struggling. As Shafane Rutherford took the catch at cover, and most importantly, he protected the ball. Very important. 11 for 1 with Bosch getting the breakthrough. Sometimes I have to act decisively, you know. Just a minute. All right. Farm think it's a great catch by Rutherford. Okay, cool. Which team has the most oldest? Oh, thank you, Jamor Sumal. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Sumal. Thank you, Jamor Sumal. So Farm think it's a great catch. Here is Bosch, ball outside the half stump. Ali allows it to go through. A slip in place. Get it closer to Ali and you'll nick him off the slip. But Michael Douglas, the question I want to ask you though, you and Mr. Casanova and Farm and all those guys, why is it that you just want TKR to lose? Why? Why? I don't understand. Why? You just want them to lose. Why? I can never understand. Bash to Ali Edge. Oh no. They're stifled appeal. Not outside the umpire. The cock think they should go for it. What is he thinking? And everyone knows that's the ball that Ali is weak to. And they are reviewing it. They have gone for the review. And he's out. So I was correct then. I was correct when I said edge. I was correct. I was correct. He hedged it. And everyone knew that's where Ali is weak. That's why the slip was in place. But the cock wasn't sure. But Ali goes 11 for 2 for naught. And Guyana Amazon Warriors are in a spot of bother. And I feel it for my friend over there in South Florida. And I, you know, for her sake, I hope that Guyana wins. Michael Douglas said that the barbecue zinger and chicken is what give Jamaica the edge. Okay, that's your favorite, Michael Douglas. But the question I want you to ask, though, Michael Douglas, why is it that you just get up and you just want Guyana Amazon Warriors and Trinbago Knight Riders to lose? Why you just want them to lose? Why? Yeah, I don't understand. It's not like that they're playing against Jamaica. I could understand. I could understand if Patrick Lambert, if they are playing against St. Lucia Kings and Patrick Lambert want them to lose. I can understand. But you're a Jamaican and you just want them to lose. Why? You and Mr. Casanova. Bash balls to Etmire who pulls and he's out caught. Oh no, he's not out this time. But this time he was more animated. This time the cock was more animated. What are they going to do? Are they going to go for it? They're thinking about it. Oh, they're going for it. He has gone for it at the last moment. I think that he was letting Etmire sweat before he goes for it. I think that he was always going to go for it. And he was waiting on the last moment. Watching Ali bat is like watching paint dry. The zinger was invented in Trinidad, said Leroy George. Oh, you come by that? Oh, it's Ali Walk. It's Ali Walk. Okay, so I was right. I know I saw the edge. Mr. Casanova said, get off the pitch, Ali, get off. Why you guys are so... Oh, well, that one didn't touch anything. It's so clear. There's no change in the... Look at the seam of the ball. And there's a gap there. There's no change. Yeah, that didn't touch anything. You know, please explain to me why you guys... That one just isn't out. You know? Yeah, it's far from the bat. Yeah, it misses the bat by a far way. Yeah, Mr. Casanova, you and Michael Douglas, what's wrong? What's wrong with TKR and Guyana? Why you two guys from Jamaica don't like these teams? It's unbelievable. I can't understand. If you are just joining us, remind you, and even if you have joined us before, I hope I can convince you to click on the link in the video description, just below the video. Click on the link, you will see more. Click on more, and then you'll see the blue link to the Cricket Forum Match Day store. And in our Match Day store, there are a lot of things to do with cricket gears. We have our Nike link at the top, but also like the shirt that I'm wearing and many more shirts are in the link. So click on those links, buy something from the Cricket Forum Match Day store today and support the channel. Please, I'm asking you to just kindly do that. So the link is in the video description. Where you see more, click on more and support the Cricket Forum Match Day store. So he walks, says a walker now. Is he a walker? I would be upset if I was the manager and he walked. There's no reason to want TKR to lose. Very few of their playing 11 are available to play for West Indies. Oh, there's a good reason to want TKR to lose. Very few of their playing 11 are available to play for the West Indies. So Leroy George, you are one of those who want TKR to lose? Farm said Amazon Warriors will continue to lose because of friends being selected over talent. Elton, if you are listening, please, what's the reaction from Christina? Could you type the reaction from Christina for me into the chat? 10 ball Etties here, said Kingman. Oh, yes. Simmons bowls to the right-handed hope who looks to drive off the up two to the keeper. 11 for 2 after 2.1. So the thing about it, you know, if Etty face 11 ball tonight, Guyana wins. I'm telling you, Guyana wins. So that's the key thing. Once Etty face 11 balls tonight, Guyana win this match. Guyana are not feeling the winning vibes. Guyanese are not feeling the winning vibes for Guyana Amazon Warriors this year. Envoy, yeah, there's welcome. Simmons bowl outside the half stump. Shea missed time the cut to cover, no run. 11 for 2 after 2.2. So Envoy 0.5 hard point is having a good day because South Africa beat England. Congratulations, Envoy. Good to have you here. I know it's late night now in South Africa, but thanks to have you here, and you must be happy. And in this Barbados Royals team, you have three South Africans. Simmons bowls to Hope. Hope turn it into mid-wicket. Goes through for a quick single. The return comes in at the bowler's end, backed up, and they go through for a single. 12 for 2 after 2.2. So you have 3 South Africans there to cheer on. So Mr. Casanova is saying that Selfish Puran is in the TKR's team. So that's why I want them to lose along with Pollard and Narayan, who refuse to just go away and give the spot to another local player. Okay, all right, thank you. So these are the things that persons don't like about Hetmyer. I'm just walk to the crease and have to take off something and send off. Over the wicket comes Simmons ball to Hetmeyer beaten outside the half stump. It goes through to the cock, 12 for 2 after 2.3. The zinger was invented in Trinidad KFC in 1984 and was only introduced to USA in April 2000, said Leroy George. Okay. All right, Leroy George. So it's okay. Paul Griffiths a bad mind. Michael Douglas and Mr. Casanova, bad mind. Shot by Simmons, pulled away down to cow corner. This should go away. The fielder comes around, slide, stopped it. That's Van Dusen. They will only get 2. Fortunately for the Amazon Warriors, that's Bosch. There's a South African down there, so it doesn't go away for 4. They get 2. 14 for 2 after 2.5. So you hear that, Mr. Casanova and Michael Douglas and Leroy George, all of you guys, you are bad mind. That's why you want Trinidad. That's why you want TKR and Amazon Warriors to lose, because you're bad mind. I man enjoy all the Kings shatters. So Fleming's also love. I love all the Kings shatters. I think I said that you love how the Kings are doing well, right, Fleming? I don't. Shasta. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I'm from TNT, so I cannot want TKR not to lose, but I would understand if anyone else does. Over the wicket, Simmons balls to the left-handed Hetmeyer without caught. So Hetmeyer did not face 10 deliveries again, and Guyana Amazon Warriors will lose. They will lose this match. He's gone for 2 from 5 deliveries. Back of a length, he was caught in no man's land, and he just popped it high in the air. And the flight back to Guyana tonight, for the hundreds of fans who came to Bridgetown, Barbados, to watch this match, will be a miserable one. Simmons getting the wicket of Shimron Hetmeyer as he played a nothing shot. He was caught in confusion. These are the things that when you walk to the crease, and as you walk to the crease, you are sending off back something that you're not ready. Your mind not tuning on the cricket, man. Hetmeyer gone. Guyana Amazon Warriors will lose. Winning is collective. It's not a one-man performance, said Farm. Okay, good. Exactly. No team could ever win CPL with Pooran as captain. I am with you. Okay. For a moment there, when I see the I don't know why it looks like 1 a.m. You know, and I was going to say you get it wrong. It's 1 p.m. Five deliveries, so I'm gone. Yes, Sherma Ellis, you told me about him. Yeah, but we always said that the challenge with Simmons is that his ability to stay injury-free. Bosch over the wicket, balls to Shea up off the back foot, steered it down to the right of the man at backward point, who cuts the angle well and limit them to 115 for 3 after 3.1. Hope is on 4. Hassan Khan is yet to take strike. He was really looking to pull, and then he bailed out of the shot, and it just go high in the air. And Chris Green took the catch, coming in from backward point. It was a nothing shot. South Africa, over the last several months, have been playing some very good cricket. They are hitting their stripes, said Kingman. Yes. South Africa always play some good cricket, and having won the World Test Championship final, they got the monkey off their back. Bosch to Hassan, who played it down to back with a square leg. Let's see if it's off the bat or leg by. It's off the bat. He's off the mark. 16 for 3 after 3.2. So, Mr. Casanova is speaking to Leroy George. So, Mr. Casanova, I think that Pooran is selfish and he has low IQ. who think he's the man. Bash to Hope, and Hope slapped it like a tracer down to the extra cover boundary for 4. It pitched up and Hope just dealt with it. There was, as Hope played that shot right now, there was some hunger. There was absolute anger. He drilled it down to extra cover for 4. He wanted to hit the cover of that ball just now. I think the umpires should check it. He really hit it very, very hard. Bash to Hope, and Hope hit this high in the air over deep mid-wicket towards the scoreboard for 6. So Bash bowling from the commentary box end, and Shea Hope pulled it away to deep mid-wicket for 6. The first I said backward square leg, but it's deep mid-wicket. And he hit it over deep mid-wicket. That means he was well early into the shot and hit it away for 6. So it's 26 for 3. Hope is on 14 from 8. Bash have conceded 12 runs out of this over thus far, having bowled his first overs and got 2 double made. It was a double made over as Hope steered this away down to the fielder coming off the backward point boundary for 1. 27 now for 3 after 3.5. Caldrick Miles is saying, back to the drawing board, Etty. You are talented, but you need some longer format cricket. First class or list A to refocus your skills. That's a good suggestion there. You know. Bash bowls to Hassan, who driven this to long up mid on. For a moment I thought it came right out of the screw, and then I realized that he mistimed the drive. 28 for 3 at the end of over number 4. Good comment there, Chadwick. I really think that he needs to do that. You know, many persons have said that. But Guyana did drop him from their 50 over team. But I think that if he wants to play, they will play him. They dropped him then, but I think that would forgive him. If Ed Meyer come and say I want to play some 50 over cricket, they're gonna play him, although he was dropped. So definitely they're gonna play him. So 28 for 3. 28 for 3. Raman Simmons to continue. Over the wicket, bowls to Hope, and Hope turned this away to mid-wicket for a singer. It's 29 for 3. Hope moves up now to 16 after 4.1 overs. The Guyana Amazon Warriors looking to get 166 to win the match, or 29 for 3 with Shea Hope on 15, Hassan Khan and 2 from 3 deliveries. So they need 137 from 95 deliveries. The difference is just 42, so it's gettable. I think it's gettable. South Africa will be the number 1 team in all aspects of the game eventually, said Farm. Well, Envoy would be happy to hear that. Simmons bowls to Hassan Khan, or Shea Hope should say, deep in his crease, played it to mid-wicket for a single. So he is on 16. Khan comes into strike, 30 for 3 after 4.2. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 30 for 3 after 4.2. Your team always has hope when hope is batting. Your team always has hope when hope is batting. Okay, Leroy George, get you. Yeah, get you. So once hope is batting, there's a chance. Simmons ball pulled away, high in the air, caught. Hassan goes. Good catch by Quinton de Kock. For a moment there, I thought that it gone over his head. But no, it was more gloves than bat. So it went high and it just ballooned to Quinton de Kock, who had to move to his left, took the catch. Hassan Khan gone for 2 from 5 deliveries. Just 5 deliveries. Same like Sheo, like Edmire. Is this a 5 delivery thing by the Guyana Amazon Warriors? But as Leroy George said, hope is batting, so Guyana Amazon Warriors will still have hope. Because your team will always have hope once hope is batting. Why are you people bad-minding my TKR captain? Cease and desist, said Sheldon. Cease and desist. And stop bad-minding the TKR team. So which team is older? So that's the poll. Which team is older? Cease and desist and stop bad-minding TKR. You guys listen to the Jamaica campaign too much, you know. You know, those are some of the words that were used. Yeah. 1 p.m. Bad mind. There's one more that I don't hear as yet. A very popular one. Very, very popular one. Don't hear it as yet. So which team is older? So there's a poll. Which team is older? Simmons bowls to the new batsman Pretorius, who plays that to cover, and there is no run. 30 for 4 after 14.5. 30 for 4 after 14.5. Chicken curry, what is going on here? You know, I every time I hear this chicken curry thing, I say, what's the hell, man? How could people get chicken curry? There must be curry chicken. I really think Edmire needs to go back to red ball and said, Tabo Gamma. Simmons bowls to Pretorius, covers up, plays out into the offside, 30 for 4 after 5 overs. Simmons 2 for 15 from 3, 30 for 4. They're really up against it. I agree with you, Tabo Gamma, as I said to, I think someone earlier, Chadwick was his name or something like that. I agree. There he is. Get him off my screen. I don't want to see his face. He's a disappointment to cricket. He's not doing well and on the verge of losing his massive IPL contract. You think Bash comes into Hope gives himself room and play a forcing shot which peel off the outer portion of the bat and goes down to third man for 4. You think he will lose his IPL contract? Well, I think you put it right. His massive IPL contract. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get $1 million contract again. I agree with you. He will still get an IPL contract, but it's not going to reach $1 million. I agree with you. I agree with that. Tayer and Moeen Ali is the oldest players in the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Most of their players are in the 20s, said Mr. Casanova one. Well, vote, and that's why I have the quiz. Bash to Hope gives himself room. Bash follows him. He pulls it to mid-wicket. The fielder from mid-on comes to his right and field. 30. It's a no ball, free hit. 36 for 4 or 35. Free hit. Bad there by Bosch. Even though Jamaica is not there, I know we'll be back, but I don't want Guyana win any more title to catch up to our 3 titles. They have only won 1 though, you know. We have won 3. And I don't want TKR to win any more until we return. Oh, I think that's, who said that? Michael Douglas? Wonder if that is match fixing. It's such a big no ball. Look at that envoy. I get you, Michael Douglas. Okay. I true, you know. I get you, know. Down the leg side, wide 37 for 4. He has to rebowl the free hit. You know, that's a very good point. You know, you sell me something, though. You sell me something, you know. You convince me, you know, Michael Douglas. So, TKR dropped 1. So, Guyana, watching from Trinidad, thank you very much. TKR is older with a plan. AW is old without any plan or purpose, said Farm. Okay. No team led by Puran can ever have a plan. The plan they need is to get a real captain. No ball again. So what is happening with Bosch here? He cannot bowl 3 overs on the trot. We saw this. When was it that we saw 1 delivery went for 22 runs? You remember that? One delivery went for 22 runs from O'Shane Thomas, was it? Yes. But that first one, was it a no ball? Is this match fixing going on here? Bosch bowls to Pretorius with this high in the air down to deep mid wicket. The fielder comes in and they will come back for 2. So 40 for 4 after 5.2. Chadwick Miles said, no comparison. TKR is almost like a Masters competition team. Lots of retirees playing, said Chadwick Miles. That's a good one. Bosch, what you doing, man? Where's Envoy? I'm going to sleep. Shep did that. No, I think it was O'Shane Thomas. Last time I checked, Captain Puran has 2 MLC titles, said Sheldon Smith. Good point. Oh, Sheldon Smith came storming back and said, hug up that, guys. Oh, as this is played away to wide of mid-off for a single. 41 for 4 after 5.2. Hug up that, guys, who are saying that Puran cannot win anything as a captain. Who said so? Well done, Sheldon Smith. Guys, wanna hug up that? TKR symbol should be an X-layer. TKR symbol should be an X-layer chicken. Okay. I got you. 41 for 4. Bosch bowls to Shea Hope, who dug out the Yorker down to mid-off for a single. 42 for 4 after 5.4. It looked like Leroy George is really a chicken man, you know. He is a chicken consumer because that's so he knew that the KFC Zinger was developed in Trinidad. And he talks about layer a lot. X-layer, you know, layer chicken bird. You know, layer birds who lay the eggs. And so you're a layer farmer, as Bosch bowls to Pretorius, who plays it back down this pitch. The bowler field in his follow through. 42 for 4 after 5.5. Are you a layer farmer, Leroy George? What you said, KFC doesn't MLC doesn't count? You know, there's a lot of problem going on in USA cricket and a lot. Bosch ball full to Pretorius, who dogs it out. They come through for a single. He kicked the ball at the stump, backed up a short, fine leg. The batsmen are safe. They threw 43 for 4 at the end of the power play. 43 for 4 at the end of the power play. I want to get into forming X layers, but all of them are on the TKR team. Leroy George, you said you live in Trinidad, you know, be very careful, you know. Mind Sheldon Smith and Athena finds you. And then it will not be all that good for you. Then it will not be all that good for you if they find you. You know, so be careful, you know. $43 for 4 at the end of the power play. So Warrican, good to see Warrican playing T20 cricket, you know, man. Going to be interesting. He has not been doing badly, you know. And should Guyana Amazon Warriors lose this match, you know, they're going to come under a lot of pressure when they go home after this match, as Pretorius went on the back foot and played that ball down to long off for a single. So one more to the total. $44 for 4. So Tabo is saying TK are going to have a problem in a few years because most of their players are old and they are not lining up the younger players who will take baton after them. Good point. Good point. Warrican bowls to Hope, who pulls it down to wide of long on for 4. One bounce 4. That will take the score up now to 48 for 4 after 5.2. As Leroy George said, as long as Hope is batting, there is hope for the team. So, Tabo, you know, so that's a good point you're making there. That's a good point, you know. TKR might be in trouble. But based on what Michael Douglas said, that he doesn't want TKR to win any more championship because he doesn't want them to go too far ahead of Jamaica. And I started buying to what Michael Douglas said, you know. So I don't mind this strategy from TKR, where they're playing these senior men, and then if they lose, and then there's a gulf, and they cannot get competent players to fill the gap, then it would be very interesting. Okay, you got Joshua in the wings, said Athena. Okay, Joshua da Silva is in the wings waiting. If they get another wicket here, they will break the backs of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Warrican bows to Hope, and Hope plays it down to the field and the cover boundary for another single. It's 49 for 4 after 6.5. One delivered to come in the over. Ed Meyer was very lucky to get that massive contract. It was supposed to go to Butler, but Rajasthan Royal released him. Well, yeah, but you know, I look on that though, Tabo, is that I'm happy that he gets the contract. I'm always happy that he gets the contract. But I will also agree with you that it is very unlikely that he will get another $1 million contract. But I'm always happy when persons make money. I always love it. TKR should have been developing players like Tobago's Joshua James. The T20 team to face Nepal should be interesting because no way any of the test players will play. Young players could get an opportunity. Wow. But these guys are not good enough to say they're not going to Nepal. Surely they cannot say that. No way. They're not good enough, Michael Douglas. Sam's round the wicket, ball to Shea Hope, who steer this down to backward point for a single. They're not good enough, Michael Douglas. No way are the senior players. I know you didn't mean the test players still. I think you mean the senior T20 players, right? Why people think TKR has problems? Seals and others are from T&T. We just have them developing and helping other teams. Remember, DJ Bravo had to go to St. Kitts and Nevis Patriot to help them to win a title. Why Sheldon a fire tonight, you know? He's absolutely on all cylinder. Over the wicket, balls to the right-handed. Pretorius stirred it away and they run hard for the first one. Will they cut the second one? No. They cannot get it. Well done by that fielder coming off the deep mid-wicket boundary. 51 for 4 after 7.2. That's a good point, you know, Sheldon. Yeah. That's a good point. But who's going to do the batting, though? Because Alain is struggling, you know. Maybe Powell captain the Nepal team said Mr. Casanova won. No, man. These guys are not good enough to say they are not going to Nepal. Curtis Crooks, welcome to the show, man. Big up yourself, man. Curtis Crooks is the premier of St. Kitts. Curtis, we heard that the KFC in St. Kitts is better than the one in Jamaica. And I know that you're a man who from St. Kitts and you have come to Jamaica often. And I know that you would have eaten Jamaica KFC. So what are you thinking? Sam's over the wicket, balls to Pretorius off the back foot plate into the cover. One more, 53 for 4 after 7.4. So Curtis, tell us, which one of the KFC is better? And don't be biased now towards St. Kitts. Tell us the truth, man. It is because of the time period. The series starts at 27 and ends at 30. The India Test series starts the 2nd of October. So I don't see any test player that will play. Okay. Understand the point that you're making. I'm good to go now. Apologize for all of that, but you know, a watch along takes a lot of energy. You know, it's absolutely a lot of energy. So you have to refill yourself. Yeah, 56 for 4 after 8.1. But I'm good to go now for the rest of the match. After back foot goes Shea up, who steer that down to the fielder on the cover boundary. And there's a single. 157 for 4 now. 157 for 4. Kingman said you got to get Hope out. But remember that I think someone had said there's hope once Hope is batting. There's hope once Hope is batting. So let's see. Warwick bowls to Peturius, who turned it to backward square leg, and there's no run. The score remains at 57 for 4. Oh, they got a singer. I thought there was no run because the backward square leg should have done better. So you have Warwick and you also have Chris Green to bowl, and Chris Green have bowled some good deliveries, some good overs, some good fives in the 100 that just completed. So the Guyana supporters are worried. Good to see her, though, have the toddler at the match. I always look forward to see toddlers at match. Warwick bowls to Shea up, and he leaves a legitimate delivery outside the half stump. He leaves that one outside the half stump. He thought it was going to go for wide, and it comes back in with the armball. Some beautiful Guyanese ladies on the screen there. Warwick bowls to Hope. Hope slap this into the covers, and he will get a singer. Alain fields, and the score goes up by 1. It should be 59 for 4, with 1 delivery to come in over number 9. So 1 delivery to come in over number 9. Yes. Sheldon Simmet, with your logic of Bravo helping St. Kitts to win, but he came back to Trinidad. Why haven't Trinidad won since he came back, with your logic? Warwick bowls to Peturius, who swings and misses outside the half stump, 59 for 4 at the end of over number 9. Sheldon, you need to answer that question from Mr. Casanova, because I think it's a very, very good question, because he said that, yes, Bravo went and helped St. Kitts and Nevis Patriot to win. So why hasn't Trinidad won since he returned? So you have to reply to that, Sheldon. That's a very good question. Curtis Cook is saying, big congratulations to St. Kitts man, who was MVP in the under 17. Oh yeah, that young man in the under 17 champion. I never eat Jamaica KFC, and I'm not a KFC lover, said Curtis Crooks. Okay, what's his name again? Curtis Cook. He was the MVP for the under 17 cricket tournament. He's from St. Kitts and Nevis, and he's on his way to England, right, Curtis? Hasn't he got a scholarship in England? I'm almost sure, right? What's his name again, Curtis? Because I'm almost sure that he has gotten a scholarship and he's on his way. Has he left for England as yet, Curtis, or he will be going soon? Mr. Casanova said Augusti will be going to Nepal for him. Well, I never run. Oh, rain is coming. Rain is coming. Michael, what's the day the Duckworth Lewis scored? They're bringing out the covers. 60 for 4. And the rain is coming. They're bringing out the covers. 60 for 4. Let me check on the poll. %54% of you say Guyana is older than, and that TKR is older than Guyana. 54, 46 of you think it is Guyana. Yes, Curtis, I would like you to tell me the name of the young man. Because I'm almost certain that he has gotten a scholarship to go to England. And he'll be leaving sometime soon if he has not already left. Mr. Casanova, is Jamaica KFC our house is eating quiet? No, I wasn't eating the KFC. No, during the innings break, I just never saw anything that I wanted, and so I never get to have anything, because I just never saw anything that I wanted. And the good wife that I have, she quickly made some red pea soup for me, you know. So I was drinking the red pea soup, you know. Yeah. No, that's not a good answer, Sheldon. You are saying that facts before emotions. But no, man. The thing is that he's asking, why hasn't TKR won since St. Kitts and Nevis Patriot winning depends so much on Bravo. Why hasn't TKR won since? So that's a question you have to answer, Sheldon. You can't run from that question. You can't run. It's John work, Sheldon. You can't run from that question. That's not a question you can run from, Sheldon. You can't. You have to answer it. That answer is poor, man. I would love to visit Nepal to see Mount Everest and the MLIs. Yeah. Okay. Good. Amazon is in test mode, said Farm. Yes, and as you mentioned, Amazon, please remember to check out our link in the video description right below the video. You will see our link there. You'll see more, click on more, and then you'll see all the links. And you'll see the Cricket Forum Match Day store. Click on the Cricket Forum Match Day store link and purchase something from the Cricket Forum Match Day store. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of cricket gears here, like pads, tips, pants, shirts, and so on, you know. And there are also, like this shirt that I'm wearing, you can get one to buy in the Cricket Forum Match Day store. Nice and comfortable, tall sleeve, you know, and so on. It's nice and comfortable. And there are the variations in there, so check it out. There's also the Nike store below the Cricket Forum store. You can just exclusive Nike product, but in the Cricket Forum Match Day store, there are some Nike products that list at the top, some accessories, and then we have our cricket pants and all of those things. And check it out. And even like the cameras and the laptops and so that I'm using, and all those things to make this stream possible, because it's a Match Day store. Those things are in the Match Day store, so I can scroll through it, look for something to buy, and support the Cricket Forum. So the link is in the video description, right in the video description. Just click on more and you'll see the links, and you click on them and check out the store. Sheldon, it's a fact that Bravo been back with the TKR for a few seasons now, and they still can't win. Yeah, that's a fact, Sheldon. So Sheldon have to reply. Amazon lose on next net run rate, you want to say? Yeah, net run rate. Michael Douglas, what's the DRS par score? Why are you taking so long to tell me, Michael Douglas? You're losing your form? Guyana 2025 tactics send down the rain before they lose the match. Lol. Wow. So there was no light switch. We have to be careful now, you know, when we go to career heading towards Guyana, you know. Wonder how the light is going to work now. The Guyana Power Service, GPS. The GPS. What is going to happen with Jamor Sumal when we arrive in Guyana with the lights? Going to be very interesting. Bravo has not been captain since he came back and has been injured, eventually forcing his retirement. Oh, but he's now the coach, Sheldon. But he's now the coach. 78 is the DRS par score. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michael Douglas. Is the man in the American Indian costume that bring the rain? Some nations cut the electricity when they're losing, while others use spirit to work. But so that remind you that it was Guyana that cut the electricity when they were losing, you know. So now that Guyana have now pulled up another, have now pulled another one out of the bag. So these guys are really tricky. Yeah. What's his name? Kunal Tilokani. So his name is Kunai Tilokani, and yes, he's in England. So he's in England already, Curtis. Well done. So this young man from St. Kitts, who was the MVP of the West Indies Rising Star Under-17 tournament, as it appears the covers are coming off. He was the MVP, and he has gotten a scholarship, and he's on his way to England. His name is Kunal Tilakani. So hopefully that will work out well, and that we have a an emerging star West Indies cricketer. So good to see. How long will he be staying though in England? Will he be like will it be like a 4 or 5 year scholarship? Then probably he becomes so good that he doesn't come back and play for the West Indies. He chooses to play in England. Because he's going to school. He's going to school in England, right? Bravo has 4 titles as captain. 3 with T20 and 1 with St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Yeah. Bravo is among the think tank within the leadership of the TKR. So no excuse, Sheldon. Mr. Casanova and Sheldon going at it, you know. Warriors are 18 runs behind, said Kingman. Yes. I see some nice cricket shoes. Yes, Curtis Cook. Yes, man. There are some nice cricket shoes in there. You can buy one, man, and it will be. You can buy one or a few. You can buy some for your young man. Edmire showed so much promise early, said Vernon John. In his career. We thought he was a star in the making. And I'm glad you made that point, you know, because I was trying to make that same point a few nights ago. That so very often, every year we see players coming through and we said, yes, they are the next star, they are the next star. But we have been saying that for 20 years and we can't have another one. For 20 years, every year, we see a look at 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, and we keep on saying, yes, he's a star. Get him into the test team. Get him into the ODI team. And we keep on saying these things every year. And we're not seeing any coming through. Why? Why? Why is it that they are not coming through? Why? Why? However, T20 cricket money has ruined him. But again, though, Vernon John, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Has it ruined Shubman Gill? Is Edmire making as much money as Shubman Gill? Is he making as much money as Jarasal? Is he making as much money as name it, Harry Brook? You know, all of these players are making millions and are making more than him. So how it doesn't ruins them. And you could name many more players. So why does it ruins him? That can't be an excuse. That can't be an excuse. Can't be. He cannot bat for more than 30 minutes and only want to hit sixes. 30 minutes. Somebody put it at 13 minutes, gentlemen. Mr. Casanova here, Vernon John said, I can bat for 13 minutes. Michael Douglas, you heard that? I can bat for 30 minutes. That's what Vernon John is saying. Oh, so he'll be staying 2 years. So he'll be staying 2 years. Yeah, okay. Bravo wrote a song, Champion. So he let's speak his name with some reverence. He's poor and that messing it up there. Well, that champion song was written from 2016, you know, when they won the World Cup. Curtis is saying because they are nothing in place. That's not it, Curtis. That's not it. That's not it. Ask majority of these young cricketers from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, even some from India. Maybe Australia and England, I want to say ask those. But from South Africa, New Zealand, Bangladesh, especially in the subcontinent. A lot of these stars that you see, ask them how they became star. And you'll be surprised to know where they train. You know, you'd be surprised. So I don't agree that there's nothing in place. Sheyo proved to be a legitimate star, said Leroy George. Okay, thank you for your views and your perspectives. Poor development is why these players fail, because if they go to England or another country, they became superstars. Exactly, though, Mr. Casanova, what is poor development? Let me try and tell you what I think. And you guys, like you, Mr. Casanova, who are living in the United States of America, the way you work hard in the United States, you don't work that hard in Jamaica. You never used to. When your boss in the United States bad you up, you take it as a compliment. In Jamaica, your boss is saying something to you, and he's talking to you in the most polite and decent way. But he'll probably say 500 words to you. And you will pick out one word and say, I like that. And your union call a strike. So it's the mindset that they have in the Caribbean compared to the mindset that they adopt when they go to these other countries. So in the Caribbean, a man bowl 5 overs. And I'm look for the coach and say, Coach, me burn out, you know. Me now make you burn me out, you know. And him bowl a drink and him walk around the field for the next hour and him sit down and him chat and all of them something there. When that same player go to England, he train all day. He train all day. Last time I checked, this poor and first year's captain and TKR is doing their best in the last few years. We don't have no plan, said Curtis. It's a mindset, man. It's a mindset, Curtis. It's a mindset. Leroy George said, Mr. Host, you just refuse to accept that it is only West Indies cricketers that abandon Test cricket to play T20, where the absence of slip fielders ruined them. Mr. Host, you just refuse to accept. I don't understand what you're saying, Leroy George. Because you're saying that I refuse to accept that only West Indies cricketers abandon. The point I'm making is why though, if you don't understand. Because I'm saying that these are the cricketers from these other countries. They are making more money than the West Indies players, but yet still they are playing Test cricket and they are making runs, lots of runs in Test cricket. So the money can't be an issue. It's just that they cannot. But I really don't understand your comment though, Leroy George. I felt the same way when Etty started out. I said he was Gale replacement, but he proved me wrong. Yeah. All the non-West Indies cricketers that you mentioned that play T20 and do not get spoiled continues to play Test cricket consistently. So that's the point I'm making. That's it. That's what I'm showing. That's what I'm demonstrating. So I don't know what you're saying, Leroy George, because that's the point I'm demonstrating. Because the person was saying that T20 money spoiled Ed Meyer. And I was demonstrating to him that that can't be a good answer because you have all these other players who are making more money than the West Indies players, and they are still playing Test cricket and ODI cricket, and they are still playing Ranji Trophy and all of that. You know what? Just as would said 2 weeks ago, because you are making the same point that I'm making and trying to put it across like you are saying something different from me. So I don't understand what you're doing, Leroy George. You are trying to make my point and trying to say I'm saying something different. What happened to you, Leroy George? Over the wicket comes Sams, bowls to the right-handed Pretorius, who turned that down to deep mid-wicket, and they get a single. 61 for 4 after 9.2. So that they're not going to take the drinks break. This match is going to go to the end. Yeah, so you are making the point that I'm making and trying to put it across as if you are saying something separate from it. The gentleman said T20 money spoil Edmire. And I'm saying, how comes you know spoil these other players? How come? So it can't be the money because these players are getting more money than Edmire and it hasn't spoiled them. So it's not the money, it's the mindset, it's the culture. And that's what I pointed out. Short back of a length, Sheo pull stoppage down to behind the keeper for 4. 65 for 4 after 9.3. We focus too much talent on the Caribbean, but we practice for 5 minutes and we expect them to win. Absolutely, Jamor Small. Yeah, absolutely. I know when you say 5 minutes, you don't literally mean 5 minutes, but you're just showing that it's a short period of time. We do not practice long enough. Let me tell you another one of the issues, Jamor Small. You understand what I say? The boy off to England. If he never go to England, what will happen to him? He doesn't need to go. Going to England will help him to develop, no doubt, because there's a different culture. The point that I'm making is that it's the culture we have a problem with, you know. It's not the infrastructure, you know. It's not the resources, you know. Of course, we need more infrastructure. 67 for 4. We need better infrastructure. We need a technology behind the infrastructure, and we need to develop the facilities. All of that. But the mental resilience and the culture to succeed supersede all of that. Sam's round the wicket, bowls to Shea up, gave himself room, access the ball, plays it out into the cover. 68 for 4 at the end of 10. All of that. It supersede all of that. It supersede. So, because Curtis, my dear friend, and Curtis and I are good friends, you know. You see the mindset that is coming out from you, Curtis, is that he needs to go to England to develop, which is not necessarily true. It's because the moment he lands in England, his whole mental approach, his whole cultural shift to a higher level. And so I'm saying that it is a culture in the Caribbean to create that atmosphere, create that environment, so that persons, it's an environment in which one succeed, and it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. He had 227 runs and 22 wickets. Vice captain. Question: if he was not going to England, what he will be doing? All right, Curtis, I'll ask this question. He made 227 runs in the West Indies Rising Star tournament. And I want to say this. I'm happy that the young man is going to England, has gone to England. Extremely happy, and I wish him the best. He made 227 runs in the Rising Star cricket competition, and he got 22 wickets. Warwick balls to Pretorius, who bust the sky. The fielder took a magnificent catch, or he dropped it. Oh, Simmons again? Is that Simmons again? No, that looked to be Kadima Lane. His shoulder is hit out. The physio will come and push it back in. And the physio is there in a flash. That is Kadima Lane. So slow delivery from Sams. Pretorius bust the sky. Kadima Lane ran back, took the catch. But then as his elbow hit the ground, he dropped the ball. And it appears that his shoulder is out of socket. So the physio is just going to come and push it back in. Good work though by Kalima. Or is it Simmons? You know, it's a Lane. It's painful, but it's okay. So I want to ask the question, where did he learn the cricket so that he could get 227 runs and be the MVP of the Rising Star tournament along with 22 wickets? Where did he learn that cricket? Where did he, had he gone to England before to learn the cricket and come back? You know, so he can learn the cricket. He can learn the cricket in St. Kitts. It's just it's the culture, it's the mindset. And let's put that in an education context. How many children in your country who born into a middle class family, even lower middle class? It doesn't have to be upper middle class, even a lower middle class, because lower middle class still have the resources to provide a good life for the child. So even a lower middle class family who has the resources to provide their child or children with all the necessities to make them comfortable in life, and they go to the best high school, but at the end of the day, they cannot matriculate to tertiary institution, because although they have all that they need at their disposal, they just didn't perform in school for one reason or the other. But a child who was in school with that same child, who lives in a local boardhouse, and by the way, nothing wrong with boardhouse, but you get the picture why I use boardhouse, has no electricity, probably use kangaroo or lamp and all those things, you know, probably have one number shoes she have to wear, go to church and everything. Maybe when he or she going to church, have to wear the school uniform to church, because that's all they have. But yet still, that child matriculate to university, turn out to be a doctor or an outstanding person in society. The point I'm trying to make is that the mindset is greater than the facility. It's greater than the infrastructure. And that young man became the player of the tournament, the MVP, the most valuable player of the tournament, by learning his cricket in St. Kitts. You know? Yeah. So while the facility in St. Kitts is obviously not the best, there is enough there that with the right guidance, with the right attitude, with the right mental resilience and culture, and the right environment, he could succeed in St. Kitts. And again, I want to say I'm happy that he's going to England. Very happy. But don't believe that a child can succeed in St. Kitts. I don't think that's true, Sheldon, that nobody likes TNT. I just think that it's just cricket banter. Just like how, remember Sammy Lawyer came on a while ago and said nobody's calling Sammy name. And I said to him, we don't remember Sammy because no cricket is being played. So we're not going to call his name. It's not like we have something personal against Sammy. So we don't remember Sammy. It's when West Indies playing that we really remember Sammy. If practice was the problem, why is West Indies fielders just as good as the best? I don't understand that question. If you can hear what Leroy George is saying, so maybe want to say something else. Because hear what he's saying. If practice was the problem, why is West Indies fielders just as good as the best? I don't understand the question. Yes, Michael Douglas, thank you very much. Thank you. So Michael Douglas is repeating the well-known thoughts, the well-known thought. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards through the night. I'm not saying that the question, what we do in the Caribbean to help them on a day-to-day basis. I don't know what you mean, Curtis, my dear friend. I don't know what you mean by that, Curtis, because the mindset that somebody should be always helping us is wrong again. It's wrong again, the mindset that somebody should be always helping us is wrong. We need to shift that mindset and realize that we have to go and get it for ourselves. The mindset that the cricket board in your country or in our, whether the St. Kitts Cricket Board or the Cricket Association or Cricket West Indies needs to help my child or your child. It's wrong. It's a wrong thought process. If they help, you accept it. But it's a wrong thought process that somebody should help our child. No, it's a wrong. We need to go and get it. We need to put things in place. We need to buy the bowling machine. We need to create the local hero. We need to spend time with the child. If we get donations, fine. If we get assistance, fine. We need to pay the coach. Get good coach and pay them if we don't know the game. It's a wrong mindset that somebody should be always helping our child. It's wrong. It's wrong. Yes, if the help comes, good. and you accept it with open arms. But we need to put things in place. As I said, get the bowling machine. Clear out one little spot somewhere. If you have to pay a coach, pay a coach. If you have to do a course, if you have to do the ICC level 1 foundation course and level 1 coach, you do it. It's a wrong mindset, my dear friend Curtis. You know, and you and I are very good friends. But it's a wrong mindset we have. If we think that persons are some associations, it's there to help our child. It's a wrong mindset. It's a wrong mindset. If practice or culture is a problem, why do we have some of the best seam bowlers in the world? West Indies' only issue is our batting. Leroy George, you need to watch your cricket some more, man. Now, you need to watch West Indies practice. Yeah, put it that way. You need to watch West Indies train, Leroy George, and then you'll see. You will see why. You need to watch West Indies train. And I can tell you, the difference between our bowlers and our batsmen is that the bowlers, they train at a higher intensity and for longer hours than our batsmen. Comparatively speaking. Because you know the bowler cannot bowl as long as the batsman bowl. But the bowler hit away by Pretorius for 6. Warrican pitched up and Pretorius hit him down to the side screen for 6. It's 89 now for 4. That even 89 for 4. So I'm sorry for those persons who are tuning in and I forget because I'm always been been taken to task for this. 89 for 4. We just need to do that, Leroy George. It appears you don't watch much cricket in Leroy George. Okay, all you need to do is to watch the West Indies team train. I've go to a match and watch them warm up and see who warm up with greater intensity. Absolutely, Vernon John. The reason why T20 money is not ruining other countries' players is that we have a different mentality. That's it. It's not the money. It's the mentality. Absolutely, Leroy George. And I'm glad that you say. That's what I've been trying to say from night. That's it. Yes. $89 for 4 after 11.4 overs. Warrican is round the wicket to Pretorius. No, sorry, it's Chris Green. Ball to Pretorius, who swings it away. Down towards deep mid-wicket. Picked up, sends in the return. The scores goes up now to 90 for 4. And this match is winnable in a 76 needed from 49 deliveries. As the person said, once hope is batted, there is hope. Football is ruining St. Kitts right now. You hardly hear anything about cricket in St. Kitts. Only CPL and West Indies men team. Any other cricket is dead, said Jamor Small. Jamor Small, you have to do something about it. Green ball short to Hope. He pulls away. Down to backward square leg for a single. 91 for 4. I'm wondering about these guys' fielding technique because he wasn't supposed to fall on his elbows. He should have attempted to push his arms forward. He went straight elbows first, said Kingman. I need to look back at it again, but sometime when you are running back like that and have to be looking over your shoulder, you lost your bearings, your orientation. You don't quite aware, and it can happen. But I get the point that you are making. I get the point that you are making, but it could be when you have to run back like that. Mr. Casanova is saying that Pura needs to humble himself. Okay. So, all right. So, there's a running conversation between those two. Warrican bows to Sheop, who dabbed this away. to short third man for a single 92 for 4 at the start of over number 13. Shea Hope is on 46, and Dwayne Pretorius, who is on 28 from 29 deliveries. Hope is on 46 from 34 deliveries. Match on here, you know. Match clearly on. Let's watch Warrican. The left-arm orthodox spin around the wicket, bowls to Pretorius, who slapped this in the gap for 4. Guyana charging back now. And this, as this total come down, you know, it's going to come down 96 for 4 after 12.2. 96 for 4 after 12.2. So they are ahead of where Guyana was. Because after 15 overs, no, sorry, not Guyana. They are ahead of where Barbados were. Because after Barbados, after 15 overs, were 96. And now they are 96 in over number 13. So they are ahead of them. Warrican bowls to Pretorius, nothing delivery again, which he hit away for 4 more. Oh, Warrican has been taken to the cleaners here now. This is going to be a long over. 3 deliveries left. This is where the Amazon Warriors could win this match. As the West Indies Test vice captain is taken for the cleaners. Guyana Amazon Warriors for the win, said Mr. Casanova. I think so. I think they are in front now. I think they are in front. Warrican bowls to Pretorius, who clears his front foot again, and this time it goes straight to the fielder on the boundary. 1 more to the total. 101 for 4 with 2 deliveries to come in over number 13. Shea Hope, who is on 46, comes into strike. So Warrican comes in, bowls outside the half stump. Shea Hope plays it away once more down to the fielder on the cover boundary. Are they attempting the second? Good work by Simmons, who came in, picked up 1 and left-handed, sends the return in. 102 for 4 after 12.5. So the poll has shifted now after 146 persons voted. 56% of you are saying that Guyana team is older. 102 for 4. Michael Douglas, could you do the facts check and tell me which team is older? Round the wicket, Warrican bowls full to Pretorius, who hit it away down to the fielder at long off, end of the over. Well, he came out of that over well, you know. For a moment there, I was worried about the over, but then the last 3 deliveries only went for 3 runs, a single each. So he came out of the over well, 103 for 4 at the end of over number 13. I think he came out of that over very, very well. As I said, for a moment there, I was worried. Please continue to slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. And if you are not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off the live chat where you see the X. Just click off the live chat and then you'll see the thumbs up button. Click on that thumbs up button. Thank you very much. Please, I invite you to click on that thumbs up button and show your appreciation. Thank you very, very much. Okay. What did Puran do or say for him to humble himself? Said, well, that's you and Mr. Casanova. That's you and Mr. Casanova thing, Sherma Ellis. Swings away, high in the air. They've gone over the scoreboard for 6 more. Guyana definitely on the charge. Guyana definitely on the charge. The biggest problem with the board around the region is instead of holding players accountable for their mediocrity, they turned a blind eye and let them slide. Absolutely, Michael Douglas. You're spot on. And that's why I agree, and I've said it, and I really hope Cricket West Indies is looking into it. I don't think any player should get a retainer contract unless they meet a certain basic minimum standard. There must be a threshold where they have to at least reach that threshold before they get a retainer contract. I don't think you should just have 15 players designated and they just get a contract. So no matter what the standard, you just have to choose 15 players and give them a contract. I don't believe in that. I believe in that you set a threshold and person who meet that threshold get the contract. That's my view. That's my view. Short by Green, pulled away by Pretorius. Wide of the man coming off the backward square leg boundary, was to come forward of square, which allows the batsman to come back for 2, 111 for 4 after 13.2. Again, it boils down to choice, whether you or I don't like it. But that's the thing, Sherman. I am not. So that's what I'm saying. It's your ability to meet the threshold. I don't want you to like it or don't like it. I want you to demonstrate that you can perform at a certain level. Green bowls to Pretorius, and Pretorius hit this dead straight for 6. What a innings Pretorius is playing here. 52 from 32 deliveries, 117 for 4, and it's now 49 needed from 39 deliveries. The spinners are just not managing the wet ball tonight as Guyana Amazon Warriors are charging towards victory. There's so much dew, they're not managing the ball, the captain complaining about the ball, and so on. I always say that I don't want a West Indies cricketer to play for me. I don't want a West Indies cricketer to play for the people of the Caribbean. I want them to play for themselves and their family. That's all I want them to play for. Themselves and their family. And once they have pride in doing that, they will work hard at it. They will train hard. They will do the right things, and they will be successful. So I don't want them to have a conscience. If they choose not to be a good person, it's no problem to me. I just want them to play for themselves and their family and have the pride to do so in a good way. You know, that's all I want. Because if they're playing for themselves and their family, then they will be successful. And if they know that, you know what, I need to average 45 or 50 in the regional 4-day tournament to get a contract, to get a retainer contract, and they choose not to do it, doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me, you know, because you're not going to get the contract. So if you want the contract, perform. So it's not a matter of like or conscience or anything. Threshold. Set a threshold, perform, you get the contract. Simple as that. Yeah. Kingman says, see what the drop catch is costing us? Yes. Cornwall would have never been pushed off the West Indies team if WICB was not being strict about fitness. WICB, Leroy George, I don't know who's WICB. You mean the Windward Island Cricket Board? But the Windward Island Cricket Board doesn't have anything to do with Cornwall. Cornwall is from Antigua. Pooran played only for himself and his family. That's why he betrayed West Indies. I don't have a problem with that because West Indies is dependent on conscience. West Indies should have put things in place that Pooran has to sign on the dotted line. Right? But you can't do it now because the horse has bolted. You have to start with the academy youngsters. Before they turn up at the academy, they have to sign. You know, I don't want conscience. I am investing in you. And when I invest in you, you have to repay me by doing this. So sign the dotted line. If you don't sign the dotted line, I'm not investing in you. Go and find another way around. If you want me to invest in you, you have to sign the dotted line. No conscience. Pulled away over deep miracle again by, it's out caught on the boundary. So Pretorius goes for 53, 119 for 5 now. They still need 47 from 37 deliveries. And what a innings this has been from Pretorius. 53 from 34 deliveries. 119 for 5 at the end of 14 overs. Chris Green getting the breakthrough. You know. West Indies Cricket Board. I don't know that entity, Leroy George. I don't know that entity. What is right, Sherma Ellis? You have to tell me, is it what I'm saying or what somebody else is saying? I don't know that entity, Leroy George. I do not know that entity. So Chris Green round the wicket. Yes, you agree with me, Sherma Ellis, that before they turn up to the academy, they need to sign. Is that what you agree with me with? Yeah, man, I agree. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, Sherma Ellis. Yeah, man. I agree. You don't want person to play with you because of conscience. They have a good conscience. No, man, nothing don't go. So it's agreement. If I'm going to invest in you, what? How do you feel? Always use the bakery. But no, I'm going to use this example that I'm going to use is now more personal. How do you feel? Shepherd is the new batsman. He's not gonna face. Yeah, is he? No, it's all facing as Sam start a new over and he plays it down to the man on the cover boundary for a single 120 for 5. This is Sam's third over. None for 16 from 2.1. Romario Shepherd comes to the crease. This could be some fireworks now. So, how do you feel? And this is something that we know happen all the time. It happened to particular, especially, it seemed to happen to farmers more than anybody else. Farmers, persons who does farming. As Sam's bowls to Shepherd and Shepherd's play that to forward of square and they get a single. It's 121 for 5. So as I said, I look a farmer man, he probably have 2-3 acres of land. He have a few cows, he have a few goats. And I'm doing local farming. Met this girl, live in the same community, you know. And they start talking. And you know, him doing local farming. And him care for the young lady. Sam's supposed to share hope, steered it to backward point who didn't pick up cleanly. And they don't make any runs. And they don't get any runs. 121 for 5. And because he's looking at upward mobility and all of that now, him start taking care of her, probably send her to evening class or so on. She get a few subjects, you know, invest in her and she go on to tertiary institution and she become a professional person. And he's looking forward now that this young lady now is a professional and they start working and he's a farmer and she's a professional and now they come together and the income between the two of them now is now better and they can start build. Short pulls away down to mid wicket for despite the best effort of the field that passed him and gone for 4. It's now 125 for 5. Sheho brought up his half century. It's 53. But after all that investment in her and now she becomes a professional, all of a sudden the farmer is not in her class. is not in her social status. So all that investment gone down the drain because the farmer was depending on her conscience. Huh? The farmer was depending on her conscience. You see what I mean? Conscience doesn't work. Before I invest in you, you have to sign the dotted line, and Cricket West Indies must say this to the boys at the academy, even before invite them at the academy. Conscience doesn't work. I don't want you to play for me. I don't want you to like me. I want you to play for yourself. Wow, hope is still in hope. Is a survivor man, said Jamor Small. Yes. So 127 for 5 after 14.5 overs. Balls to Shep Hope, who plays this to cover, and there is no run. So 127 for 5 after 15. So they need 39 from 30 deliveries. $29 from 37 deliveries. Mr. Casanova said exactly to what, Mr. Casanova? Was it something that Leroy George said, someone else said, or something that I said? That this looked like a Guyana Amazon Warriors victory. $127 for 5. Shea Hope is on 55 from 41 delivery. Clearly, the persons in the poll now are clearly saying that yeah, wow. Don't believe this. Just checking on the poll result here. Well, what's happening here at the poll? Oh, Guyana Amazon Warriors 59%. Wow, can you imagine? Whipped away high in the air by Shepherd. The fielder comes on. I took the catch. Shepherd goes for one. Barbados Royals are storming back at 128 for 6 at the start of over number 16. So Shepherd gone for one, and that's a big wicket here, no? That's a big wicket. Shepherd gone for one. Wow. So almost 60% believe that Guyana Amazon Warrior team is the oldest. Is the older, sorry, two older. So this game has so many twists. Indeed, said Sherma Ellis. And Kingman is saying if Royals lose this match is because of the drop cat, said Kingman. Could be. $128 for 6. So the new batsman is Samson. Samson is batting at number 8. He didn't bowl. So why did he really play? Is he a good batsman? I always think this Samson guy is a seamer. Isn't Samson a seamer? On the front foot, he strokes it to cover. Full toss. Should have put it away. No run. The score remains at 128 for 6 after 15.2. We are towards the end of this match now. It's twisting. Is there another twist left? That was back of a length. Shepherd looks to whip it over deep backward square leg, but he picks out Roman Simmons on the boundary. Oh, that was a Simmons. That was who? Paris. It's a good thing it went straight to him. Wide signal as the batsman, as the bowler was wide outside the half stump. Wide signal, 129 for 6. Bosch in his fourth over, 3 for 29 from 3.2, 129 for 6. Al Ainsley said, Mr. Brown, let's watch Bosch. Comes in, bowls a full toss, edge down to third man for 4. It's a full toss. He looks to drive it, edge down to third man for 4, 133 for 6. As this match swung again in favor of Guyana. They need 33 more, and as long as hope is there, there's hope for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. After every delivery, there's another one delivery ball, and the Barbados Royals supporters celebrate. Then the next delivery ball, and the Guyana Amazon Warriors fans celebrate. 133 for 6. Let's watch this delivery now from Bosch. 3 for, it should be 3 for 37, isn't it? Right, it's 33, 3 for 33. Bosch bowls to Samson, turn that into the onside. They run hard for 1, they touch down, and they come back for 2 as the bowler has to give chase right to the edge of the 30-yard circle at mid-wicket. It's now 135 for 6. 135 for 6. So there's a comment there. Mr. Brown, money made the mare fly. Money made our good batters swipe. Why don't Gill, Brooks, Bettel, and Green call finishers? Our top under 19 batters do better than these guys at the World Cup. I don't understand it. Al Ains, I honestly don't understand. I don't know how to react to that what I just read, because I don't know the point that you're making. So I'm sorry. I wish you probably need to break it up into different sections. Because if you are asking me, I already addressed that. I said, if you're asking me why they don't, I told you it's mental, and cultural environment. The top 3 scorers this year's CPL is soon getting social security. What my West Indies youngster doing, Jamur Small? Yeah. As Bosch bowls to Samson, he covers up end of the over. So that's the end of Bosch's spell. He got 3 wickets, but he could have been definitely been tighter. So 3 wickets for 35 runs. 135 for 6. 4 overs to go. That's 31 needed from 24 balls. I think that Guyana Amazon Warriors is in the driver's seat at this time. Unless we get something special from Daniel Sams and Simmons, because 4 overs to go, 1 for Simmons, 1 for Sams, then probably Chris Green will bowl 2. Let's see. I will go with Chris Green over Warwican anytime. So 4 overs remaining. And Bosch is finished. Warwican is finished too. Oh, so 5 bowlers they use. So Green will have to bowl 2, and then Simmons and Sams bowl the other 1 each, because they're using only 5 bowlers. So Warwican 4 overs, none for 34. Bosch 4 overs, 3 for 35. That gentleman is serious. Is absolutely serious. So I think Green will bowl this over. He's going to bowl to Sheho. Where's Delilah to tap Samson? Oh, no ball. Oh, no, it's dropped behind the crease. Wide signal. Wide signal 136 for 6. Oh, that slipped out of him. And this wet ball is really creating havoc for the Royals tonight. Where's Delilah to stop Samson tonight, said Mr. Casanova. Indeed. Love that one. Somebody needs to cut Samson here. I know Guyana Amazon Warriors like to cut off things. Not true. Not true, Jammer, so hard. Absolutely not true. Absolutely. You know, yeah. Nice brace front leg. He just need to be able to throw himself over that front leg a little more. Oh, it's a no ball. It's above. It's above the waist. Yeah, it's above the waist. Full toss. So it's a no ball. So it's a free hit. So they were checking for that. You see the difference between you and I, Leroy George. You are depending on conscience and people conscience to make decision. I don't depend on people conscience to make decision. I put a contract before you. If you don't want to sign the contract, go your ways. I am not, So that's the difference between you and I. So bringing up Vim Richards and all of those players who decide, say, yeah, we're not going for apartheid and all of those things. That was conscience, and they decide to choose that. I don't want to put myself in a position where I allow you to choose if I'm investing in you. If I'm investing in you, you won't choose. I'm putting a contract before you, even before the first dollar spent. Simmons bowls a full delivery to Sheop. He hit it down to long on for a singer. It was the free hit. It's 137 for 6. It's as simple as that to me. So if you want to invest in the world and depend on them to depend on their conscience, I'm not I am not in that boss. $137 for 6. Byron Banton. I don't see the significance of the point you're making, of that comment. Brian bowls to a Yorker to Samsu, dug it out and it goes down to long on. Don't see the significance of the point. Not true. That's not a fact. That's not a fact. There are many guys that did not go to South Africa who are struggling to make ends meet. So you're wrong. Your fact is wrong. You're misrepresenting the truth. Yes, don't do that. I have to delete this comment, Leroy George. I have to delete it because it's factually incorrect. So I will just delete the comment because I cannot keep comments that are factually incorrect. So 139 for 6. You asking me to call names. You call names. You put it out there. You put it out there that the guys them that never went to South Africa are rich today. You call the names. There are a number of them who went to South Africa who are absolutely struggling today. Who never went to South Africa. That are absolutely struggling. And because I know Samson hit this away down to long on for 6 over Rovman Poelet. That's a Samson shot. It's 145 for 6. So Guyana is now closing in on victory. Just 21 needed. 145 for 6 after 16.4 overs. Leroy George, please just have a conversation that shows a certain level of intellectual honesty. You know? All guys now turn one. Yes, you said the guys that did not go to South Africa are rich. It is factually incorrect. But guys now turn one person. Whipped away by Samson through mid-wicket for a singer. This is over number 17, Byron Banton. One delivery to come in over number 17. So 19 to get from 19 balls, 147 for 6. This umpire is having a bad game. Why then no ball? Well, do you ever watch a game with especially Brathwaite that he doesn't have a bad game? I told you why Brathwaite is in this, you know, is in the late 90s, somewhere between 98 and 2000. All the umpires in the region went on strike, and Brathwaite, who had just graduated as an umpire, did not go on strike. And it's like a reward for West Indies to you know, it's like they reward him for not going on strike then, 25 years later. They reward him for not going on strike then, because he was one of the umpires who allowed the regional 4-day tournament to play that year, because he never strike with his fellow umpires in the region. 147 for 6. But I can't recall a day when Brathwaite watch a game and Brathwaite doesn't have a bad game. You know, Christopher Taylor is the other umpire. There are times when Christopher Taylor has some good games. There are times when he makes some bad decisions too. Samson bat speed is impressive. Indeed, George. Indeed, Leroy George. Indeed, he was thinking about himself and his family. Of course, that's, you know. Kofi James is on as a substitute fielder. Okay. I think he came on for Kadima Lane. 147 for 6. There's a hold up in play. 19 from 19. One delivery to coming over number 17. Samson is on 15 and Hope is on 57. They're just getting some of the things out of Hope's shoes. The Guyana substitute fielders. That's good of them. So that's good of them. And that's what I want. People just to think about themselves and them family. So if you, it's just like in Antigua, you know. Antigua, if you want to be a nurse in Antigua, the government will pay all the expense for you to be a nurse. Absolutely all the expense. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to find a cent. The government will cover it. But then when you become a nurse, I think you have to work in Antigua for like, I don't know, I think it's 7 years. So you have to sign a bond before you start your training. Simmons bowls to Samson, clip to fine leg. I'll wait to see if they go through for the single. It appears so. Let me look. It's 147 for 6 at the end of over number 17. 147 for 6 at the end of over number 17. So it's the same thing must happen with the academy youngster. It is not going to be straightforward. And I made this point already, you know. It is not going to be as straightforward as a nurse just who has to work, because cricket is different. But in the bond that the player have to sign, you can say, well, West Indies cricket have a clear window when it comes to IPL, so you can go and play. You play in CPL, yes, you can play. And if West Indies not playing any tournament, any competitive cricket, and you want to go and play T20 cricket, you can play. But once West Indies need you to play, you have to come. You know? And those little things are in the bond contract. And if a man say, no, I don't agree with that, you say, all right, go and make it on your own. Go and make it on your own. Powell is very agitated tonight. I told you that Barbados made about 20 runs short. You did say that, Fleming, I remember. Gully side say play the game with love. Rain is coming again. I don't know how to interpret that, Gully man. Play the game with love. I don't know how to interpret that. Honestly. So the rain is coming again. I wish I know how to interpret that, Gully side. I wish. I wish I play the game with love. So the rain is back. Yeah, Jamar Sumal, Guyana coach, press the rain button. You know, it's now after 10. I've been going for the past 3 hours and the rain is falling and I don't know how long it's going to fall. But I'll remind you to click on the Cricket Forum Match Day store link in the video description and you can get some gears for cricket and so on, including this shirt that I'm wearing. Well, not this exact one, but the similar style and brand. You know, very nice and comfortable. It's in the Cricket Forum Match Day score. So just below the video, you will see more. Click on more, and when you see more, the link come up. Click on the blue link, and you will see the Cricket Forum Match Day store. We also have our Nike link pinned in the video description. If at the top of the Cricket Forum Match Day store, there are some Nike gears. But when you scroll down, you will see our cricket gears and so on and other accessories, our undershirts, and as I said, shirt like these. And you know, so click on the link, support the Cricket Forum. Thank you for being here tonight. Big up yourself, big up everyone who have contributed. I enjoy the banter as usual. Have a great night. I'm here over 3 hours now. Don't know when the rain will stop fall. So I understand that, you know, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. I'll see you in the morning because I have a show tomorrow morning. And I'll see you then. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones.